is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. You're live with the T5S2 GT Final 15 Final 9 Final over here in the red. This is going to be a faction mirror match. Two very different lists.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the stream. We're live with the round of 8 from the T5S2 Invitational, continuing on the saga of this event. We have this game and one more later this evening, or I guess early tomorrow morning, depending on how you want to look at it. That one's going to be in a while from now, about 14 hours from now. But this is the penultimate game of the T5S2 Season 6 Invitational, and this time we have, it hasn't put his name into the score sheet, unfortunately, but we have player 1 over here on the Dark Angel side, playing Dark Angels. This is Jonah. We actually haven't watched Jonah in the event play quite yet, because he unfortunately had to have, or wasn't able to play his game against Wolf on Mibu. They weren't able to reconcile their schedules, unfortunately, and Wolf Mibu ended up giving up that game. So Jonah was able to advance, but now to play against Arne, and Arne playing his Chaos Demons that we watched an incredible game with against Devin. And I'm excited to see how they do this time around against a little bit more of a mixed arms army. I do think that obviously the Dark Angels are a powerhouse right now, and they have some really, really strong units for the matchup, running these huge attack bike bricks plus the Ravenwing Black Knights. Lots of high volume firepower to deal with these Chaos Demons. Not to mention, obviously, the Deathwing Terminators and Blade Guard, big Blade Guard bricks as well to fight in the center. But I do think Chaos Demons, these Dark Angels are able to give out Grey Knights a pretty tough fight in their game yesterday. I do think Chaos Demons have a little bit better of a chance in the matchup, just given the fact that they have marine killing profiles. Lots of high AP, lots of mid-strength attacks, which is exactly what you want to get around the Dark Angels. Transhuman effects for being in the Deathwing. They can only be wounded on 4s, but that doesn't matter if you're only strength 4 or 5 so much. And if you have a lot of attacks and decent AP, so you can get through their Storm Shields and put them on their invulnerable saves, and suddenly you're laughing. We're also on a very aggressive mission today, so it'll be interesting to see how both players elect to take that into account. We do have a high attack volume on the Demon side, or high model count volume on the Demon side, so they may be able to swarm the center here and prevent it from just becoming a Deathwing Terminator dominated area. As we get on into the game, I'm just going to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, GameMat.eu, 3D6 Wargaming, and VoxLink. GameMat.eu, you can use coupon code TT10 to get 10% off your order if you're getting any sort of neoprene mats or 3D terrain. GameMat.eu is your place. 3D6 Wargaming, a longtime friend of the channel, makes all sorts of cool 40k accessories, including objective markers and other laser cut items, as well as VoxLink, a new community building app for gamers by gamers, where you're going to be able to search by distance and find people in your local area to play against, which is going to be pretty useful. Nurgle Man, I'm sorry that I've taken away your beats for today. Let's get a prediction going for all the people in the Twitch chat. There you go, everybody. Prediction is up for those who are gambling inclined. So while the players are going through their deployment, we can go ahead and take a quick gander at their lists. Exclamation point lists in chat if you want to follow along. Jonah here, running a little bit of an interesting build for Dark Angels.
Not respecting my gun. My singular gun.
We've seen a lot of Dark Angels builds sort of come out of the woodwork competitively over the last 2 to 3 weeks. And while most of them do kind of retain a similar composition where they have these big Deathwing Terminator squads, the real interesting part is going to be, first of all, the number of Deathwing versus Ravenwing and the committal to Blade Guard. We also see different character builds in these different Dark Angels lists. This one, not running Samael, no Psychers at all either, no Ezekiel. We are running Azrael, the Chapter Master of the Dark Angels, to give that, it gives additional CP and a very nice 4+ invulnerable save aura for bikers and infantry. So he's going to be able to affect not only the non-storm shielded infantry with that, but also he's going to be able to help the bikers out with that in the turns that they don't advance or don't get the stratagem to get a 4+ invuln. We have 2 Talon Masters, one with Arbiter's Gaze, the other one with Rites of War. An Incursor squad, a Blade Guard Ancient. This one has been upgraded to the Chapter Ancient and taken the Warlord trait for Steadfast Example. So he's going to be able to double obsec any units that are being affected by that Rites of War aura or have objective secured naturally. So as long as you already have objective secured from a different source, Steadfast Example takes over to granting you double obsec, so your models count as 2 when holding objectives. Makes basically all of these Deathwing Terminators into Adeptus Custodes when it comes to holding objectives, which is pretty great. That guy also with the Pennant of Remembrance to reduce damage on Deathwing units. We have then a Blade Guard Veteran squad, 2 Blade Guard Veteran squads, 4 Blade Guard Veterans apiece, and these guys are a little bit nice of an include because they aren't restricted to the 5 model squads like the Terminators are, which makes them a little bit better at scoring Odes of Moment. Not what we're going for today, but they also get a +1 to hit effect from the Blade Guard Ancient, and you can stack that with the +1 to hit from the Dark Angels Chapter Tactic. If they have not moved yet in the turn, they get +1 to hit, and that means that when taking charges, their swingbacks actually much more effective than it would normally be. Being Blade Guard, they also get the Deathwing keyword, so they do also benefit from the permanent transhuman. They're also Primaris, so you get the any of the Primaris stratagems. Normally that's for transhuman physiology, but in this case you don't need it. We then have 2 5 model Deathwing Terminator squads, so not the big 10s, but just the little ones with Cyclone missile launchers on them. Also have a couple Storm Bolters in those, which is interesting. That's backed up by a Ravenwing Apothecary, upgraded with Selfless Healer, so he's going to be able to regenerate models for free. As well as 5 Ravenwing Black Knights with Plasma Talons, a unit of Servitors for screening and such, and 3 units of 3 attack bikes. So this is always, I think, the flex when it comes to playing these Dark Angels lists. Basically, what your Ravenwing component or contingent looks like. And in Paper's list that we watched yesterday, we saw him doing incredible damage with Landspeeder Vengeances. He had a couple attack bikes in there, but Jonah is almost all in on attack bikes and Black Knights. So going to be trying to... Going to be trying to push as many multi-melta hits through on his opponent as possible. These guys do have the benefit of being extremely fast, especially with the ability to advance and shoot. Unlike the Vengeances that only go 12, these guys can advance up to 20. It also has a lot more individual units, especially when taking those Black Knights into account. And the Black Knights are a good outlet for weapons of the Dark Age, so they can pump their plasma guns up to 3 damage if they feel like that would be useful. Not sure that we're going to see that this game, though. There's not a lot of situations where 3 damage is going to be helpful. Moving over to Arne's list. It's a little bit of an easier one. There's a lot of identical units in here, as we can see. It is pure Slanesh Demons, so we are unlocking the Warp Storm abilities from the Demon sub-faction. It's a weakness that the faction typically has in Arcs of Omen, where you're not able to split your Arcs of Omen detachment to get pure Allegiant detachments that are dedicated to a single Chaos God. Instead, you get an undivided detachment. So you typically don't have access to a lot of your faction abilities. This is bringing an Infernal Enrapturous, Celeste themselves, a Torment Bringer on a Seeker Chariot with the Slothful Claws. There she goes. Also on Damage Claws alongside a Transweaver. The Transweaver with the Warlord trait to retain Warp Storm points. We then have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units of Demonettes. Just 10 Demonettes apiece. Pretty easy stuff. 3 units of Fiends. 6 Fiends in each of those, so the maximum number we can have. And then 2 units of Seekers, 1 of 5 and 1 of 6. Seekers are pretty useful, just being incredibly fast and good at clearing chaff infantry. The Fiends are where the real damage comes from. They have the good armor cranking fists at 2 or 3 damage, between the 2 damage claws and the 3 damage tail. And then the Demonettes are there mostly just to steal objectives from people. This list is incredibly aggressive. It's incredibly good at stealing objectives, and I think as we've seen Arne play previously, his play with this list is immaculate. So I think we're going to be in for a good game here, chat. I'm pretty excited. How are you feeling about it so far, everybody? 68% in Chaos Demons. You got to put one more percentage point in there because it's Slaanesh Demons, chat. Come on. Come on. What are you doing?
We don't need.
Yeah, there are going to be some Talon Master shooting. Having the Talon Masters in this list, those guys are excellent against these Chaos Demons. They also have a pretty reasonable volume of Stormbolters, which is also useful, just because like the attack bike units each shoot 12 shots. Seems fine. And we even have a bolter in the Deathwing squads, which is, you know, every little bit counts. That's better than having another Thunderhammer attack, I think. Oh, we massaged it in there? Warp Wanderers, thank you so much. There you go. 69% for Slaanesh Demons. That's perfect. Nobody touch it. Or at least if you do, make sure that you bid appropriately so that we are at we can maintain the ratio. 10,000 for Dark Angels, 24k for Chaos Demons. That is interesting. I'd be interested to see if this Chaos Demons list ends up being sort of the truth in this matchup, because I think Dark Angels is the matchup to beat. If you can beat Dark Angels, you're probably pretty well situated into the meta game in Arcs of Omen. Oh no! It's been ruined! Now it's 40-60! Now it's 52-48 for Dark Angels. Well, that's okay. We lived the dream for a moment there, chat.
Let's see, stuff there. I'm going to try and take some cheeky shots. That'd be placing myself in a whole lot of risk to do cheeky shots. Alright, let's go Rites. I'll start with Rites of War Talon Master. He's going to come up over on this side, hanging out behind. Arbiter's Gaze Talon Master. He's going to go here. Let's go the Apothecary. He's going to hang out in between these guys here. Just making sure everybody's feeling up to snuff. Now, Black Knights. How do I want to do the Black Knights? They're going to be my big question. Go in and poke you. You'll have a pretty easy... They go 10, so say I go in here, poke you and run away. 17. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna go for this then. So let's go Black Knights. Go up like this. sideways. And then Azrael, pop down over here. Let's see, is he in any risk of a first turn charge? 14. He's good. He is a safe boy. Right. I'm gonna move Azrael up right against the line like that.
Okay.
Cool. And that's me fully deployed.
Yeah, chat, no keepers today.
Glorious.
We're just rushing infantry onto objectives, I think, and keepers of secrets can't hide that well.
Let's do an important roll-off, right?
And here comes the roll to go first.
Let's do it. Let's see.
Color do I like? I'm gonna do purple.
Oh yeah. Makes sense. All right. Roll off a 3. 4.
And there's a 4 for Arne.
All right.
Chaos Demons
You go first. Okay, so
up in the
I think that's
first
good.
seed here.
didn't-
I actually wonder if Arne wanted that. He gets his first opportunity to drop his boys and girls on the table that are in restricted or that are in reserve. Looks like we're not using the reserve pool. It might be a little bit small because we are reserving 5 units of Demonettes and a unit of Fiends versus the Dark Angels reserve of absolutely nothing. So they will get to start dropping on round 2, but he doesn't get the bottom round 5 scoring, which is unfortunate.
But since we're not charging anything this turn, it does not really matter. First thing though, let's roll for warp charge.
Oh yeah.
Give me some warp storm. Give me at least 2. 4. We take those.
4. That's more than 2.
Yeah.
Math.
Well, I'm not really planning on using any this turn, right? But I want to.
Yeah, I wanna save some for next turn.
For next turn. So yeah. And getting less than 2 turn 1 means I can't really save them.
Yeah.
So I can spend 2 and still save 2. Nothing to spend them on though. Could be going for like a turn 1 charge, but really can't, so it's really worthless. Let's do this then. Okay. So these bikes move 23 max, but I don't care if they do. These Huntmasters move 17.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can do some stuff there. Azrael's in range to give him rerolls. I can see that being interesting.
Thank you.
So let's do. Let's just play this chill. So starting off, I will advance the blue squad.
Sounds good.
Also, I guess +1 APs on blue squad and +1 hits on yellow fiends.
All right.
Neither of them is going to actually fight. They get a 17 as I pre-measured. So 4 and 13. Just tuck in at the front here. And I know you can hit me, but you know.
Yeah, it'll be probably the question of whether or not you want your opponent to lose their Black Knight squad, which is going to be, I think, a very annoying
Long taps, I think.
Piece of technology for the Dark Angels list for what is a sub 100 point Seeker unit, right? Those Black Knights are a little bit more expensive than that.
Doing Seeker things.
The benefit of these Slanesh Demons is they are very points efficient for the damage that you get. Low strength value, if you're hitting big vehicles, things can get dicey, but oftentimes you could just swamp them in attacks and it won't matter so much.
I don't think these fiends want to really come out much. I think they want to chill where they are.
Interestingly, we have some interesting action secondaries for both these players.
I think I'm okay just chilling the turn.
The
Adjust these seekers to be out of.
Chaos Demons taking Despoilers of Reality. It's going to require them to do a full round action on their home objectives there.
Yeah, you do that. Just come 23 towards me and shoot seekers.
Then also taking Reality Rebels to outnumber
These will go
the
on
Dark
here.
Angels with units in every table quarter. Dark Angels themselves
No
playing
one
Shock
else
Tactics
really will
and Codex Warfare,
this
then both players
side
taking
I
no
can
prisoners.
step
The no prisoners count on this Dark Angel side is, I think, a little bit larger than we'd normally see. In Paper's list, it was relatively small because he basically only had infiltrator squads and his determinators to give up no prisoners. But in this one, we have lots of bikers. Each of these attack bike squads is giving up 1.2 points in no prisoners by themselves, and then the Black Knights are worth 1.5, and then you also have all of the Terminator and Blade Guard veteran squads giving up points as well. So it seems pretty good, but you do have to get to grips with those bikes, and I think that is going to be a little bit tough.
So let's run Celeste for an inch. It's like she's 10 base, I believe, so it's 9. Got 2 more. We're not really expecting anyone to come up here, so let's just stand her next to these fiends. So the fiends are closer, and these fiends are closer on the other side. Just like so. The Torment Bringer.
Here, just to warn you.
Hmm?
I could fly like a Talon Master, like there, just to warn you about that.
Can you? That's out of 27.
Oh, no, never mind. Sorry. Yeah, I was thinking this one, but
okay.
I'd have to roll. Yeah, no, I'd end up. Where would I end up? I'd end up here maximum, and I think here. Okay. Oh no, I could.
We'll fix it so it's fine there. So 9.6. So here's 9.6. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I just don't want to like gotcha you.
No. That's fine. Celeste will step that half-inch back to not get shot by a Talon Master potentially. This Torment Bringer will kind of just vibe out here. The left side, these fiends are doing fiend business. How do they feel about getting shot? That's a question.
Hopefully great.
Yeah.
I hope it happens for them, though. I hope they're okay with it. At some point this game, maybe not this turn.
I think they might want to get shot this turn.
Ooh.
So it's a consideration. Because like, what am I gonna get shot by? Like, if I stand like here, you know, maybe some bikes, maybe a Talon Master. Seems okay. We're gonna step one fiend out, just to like, you know, toe in on the marker.
Alrighty.
At the very least, you're going to be able to do a strategic scan here and get some primary points on the board for Arne.
Like, you know, chill incoherency like this.
Mm-hmm.
Enrapturous. Just gonna just chill here. And then this gives the Seekers some place to hide behind them. We just, you know, we need to give you something. Otherwise, you just stay back there, and then I don't get to have fun next turn. Like we can't have that. We need to just have you come out, do some stuff, and then you know, get to have fun next turn. Because I don't like my opponents outside of 26. I like my opponents comfortably within 24, so I have like, honestly, it's not like with a +1 and ignoring mods, it's not that hard to charge at that point. So Seekers, Fiend, blah. We're gonna do the scanning action on the left here for the mission with these Fiends. And let's just declare that now. This Transweaver, we're gonna do a tiny bit of shuffling here in the Fiends. And basically just want to open up a gap so the Transweaver, actually, does that even matter? For the Transweaver to step forward? Doesn't really matter, she'll just stay where she is. These Demonettes can just vibe out. That all seems totally fine. And then, yeah. That all seems totally fine. Let's go to... So we're doing the action here. We're gonna get 2 on reality. And then we're gonna get the casting. So let's do Delightful Agonies.
Sounds good.
Which goes on the red fiends.
Boo.
So here's my Delightful Agonies. Obviously, as previously declared, here's the AP and here's the +1 to hit. Not that it matters. And then we have Celeste's other spell out of range, Torment Bringer's other spell, out of range, so we just have the Transweaver, who will just like hysterical, I guess. Why did I even cast it though?
I guess we'll cast the
I will
spell.
just waste a CP to reroll hysterical. Oh,
Awkward.
wait. The game starts with me going first. Wait, I'm at 5. Back down to 4.
Pay a CP to not take
Yeah,
D3
we'll just reroll hysterical.
Good.
Cool. Fails, but doesn't peril.
Useful if the
Shouldn't
Dark
cast
Angels
it.
elect to charge them,
It's
but I don't
whatever.
know if that is gonna
And then,
happen. This is the
that
first
is
turn. We're so
basically-
far away.
That's basically all she wrote. We're just gonna kind of vibe out. I mean, I guess I could look for a shot with the Enrapturus, but you have an Apothecary, so let's not. So yeah, we're just chilling like this, and that'll be my turn. I get 3 points on the mission secondary for scanning the left marker, action completed blue. And then I get 2 points on Reality Rebels, and no other points yet. Over to you.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go. Let's toss out some buffs. You guessed it. Reroll hits are going to be going on the bikes, bikey boys.
Sure.
Also going to give them +1 to hit in melee, since they're most likely ones to be punching in melee.
That is from the Ancient?
That's from the Ancient, yes.
Yep.
Oh, forgot these guys supposed to have a Watcher. +1 damage. That'll go on these Blade Guard vets in the middle. And command phase done. Movement. Start with the easy stuff. And cursors will go up there. Oh, no, not like that. So cursors will go up. Actually, I'll move them. This guy first. We'll go up 6. Just barely onto that objective, and he's going to do the mission objective.
Thought so.
Yep.
Of that. The center objective is a little bit tough to get scans on, but with the lack of threat projection that the demons have in the first turn, the Dark Angels kind of get to play in the Sprinkler. This does feel like the demons have to play like super cagey. They have to give up a couple shots and things, and that's largely because, well, the Ravenwing stuff is super fast. It also just gets to deploy out in the open right now. Because there's no ranged attacks basically to speak of on the demon side of the table, which is unfortunate for them.
They're like, don't worry, guys. We have Pennant of Remembrance. We won't die.
Yeah, we won't die. No guarantees about you, though. Alright, so yeah, let's see. What am I going to do about these fiends? Obviously, I want to take some shots at them, but they are also super scary. Let's see. You got 14, and then you get +1 to your advance and charge, so I'm looking at fairly reliable charge unless I just completely hide. Would love to get some shots out with bikes, but that doesn't seem like the best idea. All right, so let's do the easier stuff first. So how can I get a shot in with this guy? I guess he'll go on there so that he can look down range and spot that guy for all the. All right, so let's do. This guy will move 5 over there so that he's touching onto the terrain and can look through it. Have a little gander at you.
Just a little gander.
Will just to make sure I can punch through the wall there. Let's see if I can pull him back a tiny. Nah, you're gonna be able to punch through the wall no matter what I do. Yeah, his buddies will just hang out.
So we also have for the cast demons, because there's so much in reserve here, and we only have incursors in the center for Dark Angels, not infiltrators, so there isn't any real deep strike screening besides just the normal 9-inch aura that the incursors have. The demons can force themselves into 8-inch charges at a deep strike with their Slaanesh Warpstorm ability.
Come on.
Just trying to see, 'cause I would really like
And then potentially just start hammering these Space Marine home objectives immediately. I don't know if Arne wants to play that aggressively, but he is going to be forced into doing something this coming turn. And he can manifest a little bit closer to the incursors. They're at leadership 8 right now, and he could potentially drop that by 2. So he'd be looking for maybe 5-inch charges at a demonic manifestation onto the front unit.
It's more your deep strike stuff that I am concerned about. But let's go. Let's see, Arbiter's Gaze Boys wants to move up, and I don't want to leave a big hole in my backfield.
Yeah,
so
the
let's
Deathwing are higher
negotiate.
leadership. They're leadership 9.
Yeah. You know what? I think I'm going to take your bait.
But depending, I mean, a lot depends, I think, on how many Warp Storm points Arne has left, because he can impose a second leadership penalty, and then assuming that these guys get close enough, he can reduce their leadership by 2.
They can at least take the brunt of your shooting, or brunt of your charge, I should say. Could just pull that front guy back, of course. I would deny you some points on the primary, and I think you've got a pretty good chance of denying me primary, so or beating me on primary scoring. So if I move this guy, so this guy's going to move up 8. I'm just going to measure from here, see what that charge looks like.
Just for disclosure here, he can come back. So I can pull the front guy and then put him back.
You can pull the front guy and bring him back to life, yep. So that'd be a 14, so it's still a 7-inch charge. You can get +1 to charge. No. The other thing is I just have to worry, you're going to get some charges in no matter what I do, because I think you've got that. So let me just see. If that guy moves up 8, I'm just going to proxy this guy for a second. Nope, that is not what I wanted to do. I just want to see how many attack flags I can actually get inside of 24, if this is even worthwhile. Looks like 1. So you know what? I am not going to move up, I don't think. I guess I can move 1. That guy could go up 1, so I could probably get 2 bits of shooting in there, but then I leave my backfield open. So yeah, Blade Guards are actually going to be respectful cowards. And hide back here. And...
So Arne hoping that he doesn't lose more than 1 hit, 1 model in the Fiends unit, and then he has the Infernal and Rapturous standing behind them to regenerate a model back to the unit in the command phase.
Yeah, that's probably not worth it.
He's got his own little apothecary
so
going on back
like
there.
That.
And interestingly, that means that he could potentially retain control of that objective, even if he loses a couple models from the unit.
Play pretty carefully.
In fact,
over
almost
here,
certainly will.
More interesting stuff. I am going to go up and try and knock you off this point, though. So 17. 17. Something like that. Oops, flip it over. Cool.
So the Black Knights are going to try to... They're just going to go for the trade with the Seekers and try to knock them out.
Let's go over here. Make sure my backfield's screened.
Now, interestingly, the Dark Angels benefit kind of enormously from having Azrael on the list because they have this huge glut of CP to start with. They're on 5 CP, which is dramatically more than we typically see from Dark Angels lists. And the big benefit here is that you get access to, melee interrupts that Dark Angels wouldn't normally have. And that's especially useful when considering these Ravenwing units because you can pay 4 CP to interrupt fight and then fall back after fighting. So the Demons may need to set themselves up for some pretty smart engages here to prevent situations like that from occurring. If they're trying to knock out these Black Knights. Now, if the Dark Angels don't get too aggressive, I think things may end up being fine for them. Because I doubt that the Dark Angels are going to be granting them more than 1 profitable engagement, but it is still certainly something to keep in mind in case some of these bike units come forward aggressively.
Let's see, 24, they're probably going to maybe taking a charge, so...
Is T5 relevant against the Demon melee profile? Yeah, all the
I'm just going to advance them since they're not doing anything else.
Seeker, the Rider melee attacks, and the Demonettes are all strength 4, so T5 is pretty relevant.
So another couple inches.
That does mean that they get pretty efficient at hitting Deathwing Terminators, especially if they get the +1 EP buff, because they just put the they already win the Terminator on 4s. They have 1 billion attacks, and they put them on their inbound save, and they don't care about the Pennant of Remembrance. So Demonettes actually have an incredibly favorable profile into specifically Deathwing Terminators, which is a little bit funny.
It's coming over there. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. And your Fiends have got the threat range.
I don't believe
so I'm gonna...
Dark Angels have any fight phase manipulation in this list. There is no Ezekiel.
Or everything I just said.
So I don't believe that they have anything going on like that. Usually you try to mind-worm your opponents with Ezekiel to make their aggression a little bit harder, but we're taking Azrael instead today.
Is this their guys or his watcher?
They should both have watchers. Sorry.
I see.
Yeah.
So they each have one. Yep.
Each have one there. Actually, I can spread them out a little bit better if that's okay before I move.
Yeah, I'll go.
I think that should be fine. I'm not getting any closer to you, but I just want Azrael protected a little bit. Apothecary. He can't generate an aura because wrong model. Just want him within 3 of all these fine fellows.
At least not in the.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. Just, make your life a tiny bit better. And attack bikes are going to move up ever so slightly. And chapter is also going to move up a little bit. Those incursors in range. These attack bikes are going to basically stay where they are. Don't think there's any point in moving them.
Yeah, I like this caution from the Dark Angels. They're on 3 objectives right now, and the demons have to come out of the warp to clear some of their chaff. So there's no reason for them to push up currently. Because there's no range attacks to the demon army, the Dark Angels are certainly incentivized to do as much damage at range as possible, as long as they can.
26 now. Perfect. What I like to see. Other Talon Master will come up. Also for some pokey shots. So yeah, pretty conservative movement phase, I think. Other than
I would say so.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna try and play this slow. No psychic, and on to shooting. So let's go. Black Knights are not going to take any shots because I'm going to really hope I can kill those heart
That makes sense.
melee. Don't want to accidentally let you pull out of it. And then, so basically the only shooting is going to be into your fiends. So let's start with the Deathwing Terminators. I'm going to do 2 crack missiles.
Yep.
All
Through
right.
a forest?
Sorry? Oh, yeah.
Through a
Through a
forest?
forest. Yeah. On 4s. Nothing.
Okay.
Good start. And let's go. First Talon Master. Rights of War Talon Masters will be on 3s. Oof. And on 3s. Yeah. That's 2.
2 saves on 4-ups. And 2 damage on 5-ups. We take 1 damage. Now, remind me real quick, who else can still shoot me?
Rights of War Talon Master. Arbiter's Gaze Talon Master can still shoot you.
Alright, we will take 1 damage back here.
Alright.
Yeah, so only 1 ranged attack pointing at these fiends now. Arne can keep that fiend alive and then use the Enrapturers to bring 1 back in front of the unit instead of behind it. So these fiends will actually most likely get a charge onto this the Dark Angel's home objective back here this coming turn.
Takes 2 damage.
All right.
Oh, look at that saving throws.
Little bit of sneaky shooting, but that's it. And
killed exactly 1 fiend. Oh my god. Should have put those attack bikes in range there.
Finger guns.
Ooh, that comes out perfectly for demons. All is proceeding according to Arne's design here. Here comes the Raving Wing Black Knights. They get those free Corvus hammers now. Nice 2 damage melee attack.
And let me move him down a little bit so that this guy can...
Their hitboxes are a bit weird, so auto measure doesn't quite work with the Seekers. Sorry for that.
Cool. That guy should be able to just punch through the wall, I think, or maybe not.
Yeah, you can push. Yeah.
And I'm just going to use
quite on the wall yet.
to rotate him in. This guy will come up here. This guy, I guess, is going to have to... I guess I'll use the charge movement to rotate again, so that I can fit them all in for the minimum amount of movement possible. And something like that, I think, is what is going to have to happen there. Let's just see, it's still a pretty decent runaway. All right, so this is 16 attacks. 16 attacks. 17? Yep. Oh, there we go. All right, 16 attack on 2s, rerolling 1s. And on 3s. Come on, spike me. Pretty good. And
that seems like enough. Yep. Should have maybe delightful these because the fiends just didn't take that much shooting, honestly, but no, better safe than sorry.
And And instead of consolidating, 2 CP. Swift striking
Yep.
them.
So there goes the Black Knights, and the big benefit of starting with all that CP, you just get the ability to run away after that. So knocking Demons down to a 4-point primary, but not zeroed them on primary. And now the ball is in the Demon's court to pressure this Archangel's army and see if we can't
so many tokens.
Fine.
This guy's gotta go.
keep them low on primary themselves.
And 15.
And then 15 backwards. Yep. Basically bumps into the one in front, so yep.
And just hold
Yeah,
that.
basically Harlequin's things here, chat, for sure.
And that's
Real
everything.
Tyranid energy right here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think that's everything. Don't think you have to take any morale, and I'll just what do I
Yep.
score? I'll get nothing. Or some amount of no prisoners that we'll figure out.
You get 3 points for scouring, because you scoured
I scoured.
because you
Thank you.
scanned the middle.
Yeah, I did scan the middle. Thank you. And
You
sorry,
did say it, so
yeah, so I did scour the middle, and yeah, I guess we'll figure out no prisoners at some other time.
yeah. So I'm just gonna keep everything you kill over here in a box,
Okay,
and we
perfect.
can just count at the end. So you killed this, and you have killed 1 fiend so far. So then
Over to you.
battle round passes over to me. I go to my So first we roll Warp Storm. 1, 4. 2 are maintained, and I get 4 extras, so I have 6 Warp Storm dice.
Very nice.
Then we go to my command phase. In my command phase, I will resurrect a fiend at full wounds.
Yep. Get a little extra movement out of that, I imagine.
Yep. Let's do 2 inches straight forward here. Obviously, double coherency things. Okay, so where's this now? This is a 14 here.
Yep.
And then this is a 5-inch charge, or a 9-inch on the Talon Master, or a... Okay. That all seems quite achievable. This falls off. We are going to spend the dice for +1 to advance and charges this turn.
Sounds good.
3 Warpstone points. What else will we do? These guys don't have buffs on them, but there's a Rights of War over here currently. That's okay. Yeah, I think this is the. It sounds early, but I think this is a game where I just need to commit early, and I think that's fine. I actually think I might pop the ignore modifiers in addition, because there's this forest right in front of my stuff,
Yep.
and I
sounds
don't
good.
want to eat that. So yeah, we'll do ignore mods, and we'll do +1 to advances and charges, and then we're just gonna run in with everything and see where that gets us. So let's get ready for a fun turn 2.
All right.
So fiend.
do it. All in.
Command phase. Still +1 to hit goes on these fiends. Extra point of AP goes on, I guess, the green demonettes. It never actually matters, because the only demonettes that actually fight are the ones from Deep Strike. This is a spell, so we're not there yet. This is a spell, so we're not there yet. Let's wait on those. Let's do movement. Let's move these fiends 14 straight forward. Like... So... 5er here, 9er here, 7 here. Guess
Yeah,
it's a
all
7.
right.
Yep. Okay.
So that gets a demonic terror onto the Terminator unit. So now we can drop outside 12, and because we
It'll be just
use the Warp Storm effect,
That's how they started out.
or excuse me, outside 8, because we use the
14
Warp
over
Storm
here.
effect, that means that we need a 7-inch charge if anything's going on to that unit.
Right. Just like a little bit back, because I can't be inside that pillar.
Sounds good.
Okay, so here's some fiends with +1 to hit to do some stuff with. Then let's do
The Arbiter's Gaze guy is
the
behind the
Enrapturess.
Terminators,
So we could
unfortunately,
either
chat.
just move her 9.
So it's just the regular Rights of War dude
That's not close
who
enough.
has
Alright,
normal
so that's the
Overwatch
Enrapturess then.
in front of the Fiends.
She'll go 2 +1 3. So she will go 12.
Mm-hmm.
Let's measure that. 12 would be here. That is 6 over. Here I would be allowed to deep strike. That is a 7-inch charge. I want to be within 13, which would be right about here.
My mouse on it, yeah.
So I would need a... I would need at least a 3 on the advance to make that. I believe it's worth CP rerolling my advance here because it's
Alright.
just that extra +1 to charge if I hit it.
So we're
And
trying to
Better CP rerolling the advance than the charge. So yep, CP reroll this advance.
basically
for a
trying
1,
to
so
extend
we're-
our.
That doesn't lose us anything really because it's I
Locust.
believe
Yeah.
that's still a 7. We might have to go into the terrain though. So here's 11 inches. And now from the
So
edge
the demons
here,
can
we now
manifest wholly
have
within
a
6 of the Enrapturess,
7.9 inch charge,
which is why her
7.9 inch
proximity
charge,
to the
yep.
enemy units is pretty.
But we had
important.
to touch the terrain for it, which I guess is the downside then, with the lower advance. So be it. These Heartseekers will run.
Yeah, I
They're
do
not
think
making
that
any
the
changes
back
this
line for
turn.
the demons is probably going to be relatively safe this turn, if only
so
because they're
18.
going to put so much forward pressure onto the Dark Angels that
So
the
we'll
Dark Angels are going to
go
have to fight in
5
their
and then
deployment zone for a bit.
13.
Mm-hmm.
So that is
We're
going to be a
just gonna
benefit.
Stand around here. And now
Benefit for the demons. They can play a little bit more aggressively this turn rather than last turn,
5,
or unlike last turn, because they can
1,
be assured that these fiends and these demonite units are going to be the ones being hit, not necessarily the poor little characters and seekers in the back that are
7.
not really threatening anyone.
basically there, and then the rest, if you don't mind, I'll just do like so. The next one will be like 6 and 12, and we'll end up somewhere here, and they'll all kind of be next to her on the marker here.
Sounds good. I'm going to give you 8 on primary, by the way, too. I think we've got
Oh yeah, thank you. Yep. Over on this side here.
Would have been 4 primary, right?
No, I was on
You
this
don't do.
marker in the command phase.
Right.
Or sorry,
That's
yeah,
just
yeah.
one,
Oh,
though.
wait,
Yeah.
oh, right, sorry.
You did take me off this one. I was thinking about this marker that you tried to shoot me off, but of course, yeah, you just box these guys.
Yeah.
So here's these nerds. They just go 14, ignoring the forest.
All right.
We're just gonna come. Let's measure charges before we move anything here because that makes stuff so much easier. So this is like a 6,
Mm-hmm.
right? 14 plus
Yep.
6.
Six.
that's
The other benefit of not
20.
actually
So this is
interacting
a
in any
6.
phases besides like the charge and
Whereas
fight
this
phase
is a 10.
is that
I guess you
the
could go
demons don't really have to worry about
Yeah.
shooting themselves out of charge range or anything.
It might be a little bit more than that, because you'd have to get through the wall.
Just a little
I can
curious.
touch here.
Up there? Oh, okay. Thought I'd screen that. But yeah, I think you might be right. All right.
So, but that is still, so you are just within 24?
Yeah.
Just within 24, so it's a 9-incher.
Yeah.
So, +1 is an 8. Well, I'll consider it. I'll
Sounds
move
good.
him, I'll put a little... Dear. We pre-measured it, so I'll just place him so this is still true.
Yep.
And then
sounds
I'll
good.
put 2 dice here for...
There we go.
Should be an 8 and should be a 6, 5 with the +1. This is both with the +1. I was
Oh yeah, so it should be a 9 with the +1. I think until blade guard. But yeah.
because it was just in 10 when we pre-measured before I moved.
Oh,
so
oh yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm
sorry.
saying. So right, like it should be.
Okay.
That's why I measure before I move because it's like otherwise the moving can be inaccurate with like not hitting
Okay.
the exact angle.
Yep. No, that's fine.
Okay, cool. So this way would be an 8 on dice, a 9. Let's put it as a 9 because that is less confusing. So this is just within 10, and this is within 7.
Cool. Sounds good.
Rest of the fiends, 14.
Mm-hmm.
14. 14. Just hang out in the forest because I ignore it anyways.
Yep.
Okay. Demonettes, walk 10. To here. The Alias here. Okay. Wait, this one will not.
I do appreciate how clear Arne's being on all of his positioning. I think he does have to worry about the charge penalty.
Do we worry about getting shot from this side? Yeah, so we'll just...
The Demon's ability to ignore
this more.
move modifiers is, I believe, locked
Then the
to
blue
a
Demonettes
phase.
here.
So if he's used it in the movement phase, he may be
Can't quite make
unfortunately
it on the
unable to
Can't quite make it on
use
the
it
marker there.
again
That is
in the
okay.
charge phase.
So they'll just hang out in the ruin. Just real quick, I'll put...
Yeah, it only works for a single
Yet.
phase.
Because I want to move this Transweaver first. She's gonna go 9 and... Someone wants to do the action here. Might be Celeste for 10 inches. But then you can't cast with her, so no. Tormentbringer? Tormentbringer could do the action here. That does sound okay. Tormentbringer in the forest doing the action. Celeste can move her 10 to the middle.
Just so we're on the same page, so it's not weird later. We did use the otherworldly tread in the movement phase, yeah?
I believe this lasts through the... Oh, am I incorrect there? Does this not last through the turn? Do I have to step out of the forest there?
Yeah, until the end of the phase, you ignore modifiers to movement characteristics.
Then, thank you for pointing that out. Then these fiends obviously have to no longer be touching this. And I'll just move this one a whole lot less. Let's see.
Just gonna head off a little bit of feel bads there, I think. Players are being very, very
somewhere
clear about their intentions.
Trevi, thank you for finding that.
It is,
Yeah, thank you for that.
It would be
I would have done
strange.
an oopsie. No, it's the other one, because the Slanesh one, right? Now I'm doubting myself.
The +1 to charge works through the whole turn, but the ignore modifiers is only a single
But
phase.
it's really weird because the +1 to charge one you can use in either movement or fast,
Yeah.
or charge, and it lasts through the turn. The otherworldly you use movement or charge, and it lasts through the phase. Okay. Yeah. They just try to be maximum confusion.
Yep.
Always maximum confusion. Thank you. So these fiends are not
Can the
touching
Talon
forest
Masters
or
fall
the
back and
charge
shoot? I
phase.
believe that they
Sounds
can.
And over here, there's no stuff that'll slow me down in the charge phase.
Nope.
Good.
I'll try it away.
Now on this side here, we're chilling on here. I'm going to deep strike a Demonette squad on the left. We're not quite done moving other things, but I'm just planning this.
Yep.
It will be basically everyone behind the wall, except one lady out
It is
front.
any
which will not
Landspeeder
be the
keyworded in,
sergeant.
and I believe the Talon
It will
Masters
be a
Landspeeder
completely
keyworded.
normal lady out front on the marker. So we have
My
some
poor
OPSEC on
Space
here.
Marines Codex is having trouble today.
Then these are chill. These are chill. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Now, from here, These are long charges, so we're not going those. We're doing this. Okay. Then there will also be one Demonette squad showing up here.
Cool.
And they will be, you know, just on the incursor here at 7.8 or 7.9 on the edge here.
Yep, sounds good.
Haywire Mind doesn't modify my charges, right? It just does mortal.
Just does mortals, yeah.
Was it D3 or 1 to a non-vehicle?
D3. And I have to roll a 2 up first.
That's fair.
Got all of those abilities.
I think the Demonettes might be
Only
the
work on a 2+.
guys to willingly tank that.
We could have made them automatic and remove a dice roll from the game and a little bit of inconsistency, but no.
Not going to
Only
be
2+.
charging. She will run 5 inches. So I'm assuming I will probably go for the short charge with this Fiends. They'll end up in this space here. Kind of screening-ish. Guys on here. So over here, these Bladeguard Veteran are OPSEC from the right. Yeah. I will actually need 2 Demonette squads. That's okay. I can afford 2 Demonette squads this turn. So these Demonettes will kind of like be on the left here.
Sounds good.
I just want the Alurus up front, so that's why I'm doing this shuffle.
Sounds good.
And then a second Demonette squad will be next to them.
Yeah, you're not wrong, chat.
Good thing I have so many things in Deep Strike.
These silly
They'll
old
just kind of vibe out over here.
Mechanicus technicians over here, you know? Can't make anything work right. So Demonette's warp locusing into the center. Fiends are going on the aggressive as well. Still more Fiends and 2 more units of Demonettes in
reserve. Make the charge with both here, so Incursor Sergeant here.
If we hit all the charges, this is going to be a pretty good turn for the Demons. If they can knock out the Blade Guard Veterans and the Terminators on this side over here. There's Right Support here, and the Fiends are not objective secured, so I don't think they're going to be knocking down the Marines below an 8-point primary, but they for sure should take out the center objective.
Sounds good.
Getting ready to make some charges here. I'm so gonna fail my charges, by the way.
I'm hoping.
So now, Dilesk will vibe her way up over here. Behind the wall, not touching.
Sounds good.
And now the blue squad here will be within 3 of this Torment Bringer behind the wall. And then, Transweaver will also be here on the wall. Cool. Just like so. And, any more deep strikes? No. That'll be the deep strikes for this turn. Any actions? Yes, so the Torment Bringer is doing the action on here.
Cool.
So I will not be casting Phantasmagoria.
Alright.
I'll just copy this thingy over for that. Assuming you don't have a way to make me fail my action within my own turn.
Nope. Got nothing.
Good. And then these green Demonettes here will be doing my demon specific action here. The yeah. And then we can already shoot. Would you look at that? No, we can psychic first. Let's not make any. Let's not skip any phases here. Psychic phase, the important spell, Delightful Agonies. Goes off with a 6.
I will go for a deny on that.
Of course.
So let's go.
So no Ezekiel, we do have Watchers in the Dark on these Deathly Terminator squads.
I didn't.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do it from this squad of Terminators because they might not be.
That makes sense. Yes.
Yeah. Those Terminators will go for a deny. So I need a 6, and I can re-roll denies against Psychers. Reroll that.
Why do you need
baby.
a... Oh,
No.
So
Boo.
why do you need a 6? Do you have +1?
Did you roll? Oh, sorry.
I rolled a
need
6.
My apologies.
Oh, okay, sure.
I misread your dice. I thought you rolled a 5 for some reason.
No, all good. So Delightful goes off, and Delightful will go on the yellow friendos because they're about to eat so much damage you can't even.
Yeah, so interesting
Yep, yellow friendos get Delightful.
interaction here is that
And
because the
then
Blade Guard
the,
veterans are chilling next to the Blade Guard Ancient, he does give Blade Guard units a +1 to hit effect. And then being Dark Angels, if they eat the charge and haven't moved that turn, then they'll have a stacked +1 to hit effect. So despite the fact that Fiends normally impose a -1 to hit when they're engaging someone, it's going to... It's not really going to matter so much for those Blade Guard veterans.
Oh, you got
Hysterical. Okay. Nope. Yeah, yellow fiends. Okay. Nothing fancy. Red fiends are out of range. This is the +1 attack buff.
+1 to attacks. Got it.
And 6 explode. And then the that is gonna be all the psychic, and we're gonna go to shooting.
Alrighty.
We're gonna educate you to the weapon profile of an Infernal Enrapturous.
Alright.
I'm gonna fire 1 shot from her at something I can see. Because I had to touch the stupid ruin. Is it like these guys, or is it like the Blade Guard vets? I actually want to give movement to anything over on.
Yeah, Deathwing Terminators have a permanent transhuman effect from Inner Circle, so they can only be wounded on 3s from the Fiends, and the same for the Blade Guard veterans.
Is also rather limited here.
The Incursors don't have it built in, but we can pay a CP for transhuman on them if we want to as well. But that won't matter so much because the units going into the Incursors are just the Demonettes who are only strength 4. So it's only going to matter for the Fiends themselves.
Bring back an attack bike, and I'll be sad. So.
What? No.
We're just not gonna shoot the Enrapturous. Sad face.
Bringing back those attack bikes does count up that no prisoners.
Let's go to charges. Now here is let's do important first. Red Fiends want your Deathwing Terminators. Do they also want the Blade Guard vets? It's that damn 7. You know what? We'll wait on this and see if we still have a CP reroll by the time we get to them. No, this charge is important. It's a 4 if I only declare the Termies. I think I can afford the 4 without a reroll, so let's go start on the other side.
Alright.
So let's do Demonettes here, 7.8, +1, so a 6-inch charge.
Sorry, just 1 second before you do that. Let me just see. Is it worthwhile to Overwatch here? Probably not. You've got the 4 ups, your T3. Let me just think. Sorry, you can flip it. Yeah.
Hear that?
Thank you for putting it onto me.
Oh yeah, it's on you.
Yeah, and I think 4 ups. That'll be tension. No, not worth it. All right, never mind. Back to you.
Yeah, those Incursors, they don't have the cool marksman carbines that the
just need to
infiltrators do that automatically wound their 6s.
I need to see the charge first. I see. It's not like the net.
Now you need to finish within engagement range.
All right, here's my charge. That's an 8 +1, 9.
Hey.
So they're gonna go finish within engagement range.
Sounds good.
And then,
so I'll see if stuff explodes. It does not go off. I rolled a 1.
Glorious.
And there's that 17% failure rate for you, chats.
The first time ever I see a Haywire Mine in action.
Nope.
So you're going to be stringing the Demonettes, I think, hoping that the second unit gets in here to actually remove the Incursors, or we just do it with the Fiends. That also works too. And that will contribute objective secure to this objective, so that the Fiends now will, if they're able to kill the Deathwing Terminators over here, they will be able to steal that objective away from the Dark Angels. So, fair enough. We do get OBSEC. Got to make a couple 7-inchers to confirm these kills, unfortunately for Demons, but I believe. I want to believe.
So here's Yellow Fiends.
Sounds good.
That is a... Shit, I didn't declare, but it's just the Incursors.
Okay, I assumed you were
Just
just going
easy.
for the Incursors.
Yeah.
After what you said earlier.
I mean, I would have made it on the Blade Guard vets here, but like, we just want to get... We just definitely want the movement and the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So here goes. I have 9 inches to move with.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I want to leave a gap for a demonet to walk through. So let's start at the back. 9 inches over gets me somewhere like here. Okay, so this back one will end up there. This one will go like there. This one will go further up like here. And so this is where I leave the gap. I intentionally move this one less.
All right.
And then this next guy is going to go all the way up.
Cool, cool.
Leaving a demonet-sized gap. And then the Blissbringer here. Oops, let's not pick up the next guy with him. Here. Can you do me a favor? Can you grab the flipped over guy and just hold him
Sorry.
so he doesn't get picked up when I move this guy? Thank you. So he goes just like over there, and he goes like over there.
Alright.
Okay, thank you. So these have... So this is all done. We are double coherent. We have a demonet-sized gap through here. We're actually going to tweak this guy back a bit even.
I think you might need to pull that guy back a little bit. Double coherent.
That is fine. Here, let's do 2 is okay. Here is coherency, yes. And yep, so we have coherency inches everywhere. And now the demonets want these incursors as well. This charge has gotten a little harder now, but that is to be expected. So we'll go with the next charge here. We still have our CP reroll. This is a 4. This is a 6. I think I'll take the 6 with the reroll, because I feel like Fiends into just Termies is wasteful. Backmost Fiend will make it to like here. So I'm actually not gonna have maybe the last guy, maybe the last 2 guys fighting. At which point, no, I will go into both, and then I can still do pylons away from this one if I need to. If I find that I don't get enough people in with my charge. Yep, we will take the 6-inch charge, declaring both.
Alright.
Never punished. Go 8 inches forwards.
Good charge race for
basically,
the
this guy
demon
is
so
going to use
far.
some inches for rotation, just so he can end up equidistant between the Blade Guard Vet and the Termi. You know what I mean, right?
Yep, yep.
And then we're going to go...
So for those who haven't seen this maneuver chat, I do have a couple videos talking about it, but essentially what the Fiends are going to try to do here is put themselves at equidistant from 2 enemy units. When you're equidistant from a unit and you have an effect that calls you to determine the closest, it actually becomes your choice. So what Arne can do here is, when he goes to consolidate, he can choose whichever model to go closer towards, whether it's the Blade Guard Veteran or the Deathwing Terminator. And then move towards that one, or when he goes to probably most likely pile in.
that's what I was
Jonah does have the ability to pull that model if he waits for the the step. But when he goes to pile in, he can choose which model he wants to consolidate or to move towards, and he can move towards the Terminator, which does not require him to to get inside the engagement range of the other unit that he didn't elect to remain in combat with. So they will not get to swing since they did not charge this turn.
7 + 1, 8 inches.
Did we make every charge just without modifier? Without rerolls? No rerolls, just did it?
6 inches, and then 2 inches. Am I in engagement range? Sure am.
Look at that. Oh my god. Incredible charge phase for demons. To be fair, demon stratagems aren't the greatest thing ever, so conserving CP for them is, you know, it's nice, but it's not the most impactful thing in the world. But it's certainly helpful for demons, and especially not failing any of those charges outright is huge.
How do I make it so I don't completely block in this fiend? I go
Don't
all
need
the
rerolls if you
demonettes
just
on
roll
the
good.
left
Not
side.
wrong, chat.
So
That's
he can move
correct.
Forward on the right.
That's how you win games of 40k, I've heard. That's how these players have gotten here. It certainly has nothing to do
So
with
these
player
demons
skill
kind
or
of
matchup knowledge or
end up
practice.
on the middle here.
It's just rolling charges. You know what I'm saying?
And we have so many. We have succeeded at a bunch of charges. Life is good.
Mhm.
Now, this is where. Do you have any stuff?
So this is the start of your fight phase now?
No, this is the end of my charge phase.
Do
Do you have any heroics, any shenanigans, any
So we
stuff?
can use the stratagem for Dark Angels to force enemies to move to engagement range to fight them.
Just double check the stratagem to make sure I've got that.
Yeah. Which I think we're going to use on these fiends here, because that will restrict the fiends that may be attacking with like 2 models. Maybe 3.
Super slow.
Start of the fight phase. So
Okay, so it's going to be the wall unbreakable thing.
yeah, I'm gonna do line unbreakable, and I'm just gonna see where can you get if you do 3, half an inch of half an inch. So yeah, I'm gonna do line unbreakable on those Deathwing Terminators for 1 CP. So you have to be in engagement range to target them. You can't be within half an inch.
So what we may see happen here in response to this is a move from the fiends to then fight the Blade Guard veterans instead.
Cool. Okay. Then over to me.
Because the Terminators can restrict attacks on
Actually,
themselves,
how many CP are you on after that?
Arne
I
could
believe I've got 3.
pile in and basically just chain 3 or 4 models off of this front fiend.
So an interrupt would be possible. Yep.
Absolutely.
You do have to worry about an interrupt,
Okay.
which may come from the incursors
So,
here.
Yep. Let's start over here.
Especially if they can knock down the Demonette squad
And,
providing rights of war to
what
this
we're gonna do
objective
is-
low enough that they run. That could be huge.
And then pick one of
But
these
honestly,
units to
it's
delete.
2 CP for
And
a
then
bunch
the
of
other one
attacks
is
with
just gonna have
modifiers
to
on them, which
be-
doesn't feel that great. Into demonic and vulnerability saves, which also feels
Have to
bad.
be annoying. So the fiend here will do his pile in a rotating fashion closer to this Blade Guard veteran,
Alright.
leaving the engagement range of this Terminator. So I'm 0.5 from the BGV and outside of an inch of the Termi now. And we're just gonna pile in with the rest of the guys.
Absolutely love this
like
gameplay here,
so.
chat. Arne basically knew that his opponent could drop that stratagem to make to neuter the fiend's alpha strike, but gave himself, took that little bit of additional risk in the charge step, which ended up paying off, to give himself more options of units to attack. So if his opponent ended up blowing that CP, he could still make use of the unit. And again, I mean, the Demon CP is worth so much less than that Dark Angel CP, so eating command points off of the Dark Angel's lot there is, less swift strikes they can do, less overwatches they can do, less fall back and shoot they can do.
That's okay. So here goes the punches. So let's start off with the 4 spikes. 2's the hit. And 3's the wound. 4's. Are these in it? These guys are transhuman, right?
They're transhuman too,
Like
yeah.
Yeah, okay. And that was nothing. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 fiends with
And no
Necro's Ad.
apothecary here, so these
with
guys are just going to have to
Necro's
take the
Sergeant.
damage. No
Here's
damage
two.
ignore rolls available for them.
Man, my hit rolls. They're not it.
Can you
Okay.
pay for those, and sorry, these are
Just
AP.
this many invulns. AP2s.
AP2s. Okay, cool. So yep, let's do.
Maybe you
4
fail
up,
some rolls, too.
We'll do 3 at a time. Ooh, fail all of them.
Mhm.
One more. Safe.
Just making up for my terrible hit rolls, though.
Safe. Last one.
Kills
Is
2.
a fail. I'm going to re-roll that last one,
That's acceptable.
and because I'd like to have it's just 1 down and 1 at 2. So let's take that guy.
Great rolls here for Dark
Man, those
Angels.
hit rolls hurt a bit. Hitting on 2s, miss everything.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna swap it. Do it like
We're
that.
going to base the front fiends, front Blade Guard vets,
Sounds good.
and just kind of like, be on the marker and be annoying.
Sounds good.
And do you have any interrupts?
I am not going to interrupt. Go ahead.
That's acceptable. Then I will go with how many dudes are on this marker?
They have how many? I've
4
got
of your
there?
Termies, 2 of your
Five?
Blade Guard.
Yep.
So that is like 6.
Yeah. I don't think that guy's on. So I think it's just 5 on that point.
Oh yeah, this guy's not on. So 5 guys on this point. Okay, well, assuming you kill maybe like a fiend or 2, we'll see how much you kill. But Blade Guard fiends are not bad at this. Let's do. No, let's do the middle here. Let's do the fiends.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do. How do we need to do this? And I want to leave a gap here. The gap will be easier once these incursors are gone. So I'll just make the incursors gone. So this back friend will not be able to hit, but these two will. So they will both just get within half an inch of this fiend.
Sounds good.
And then this back friend will just kind of chill here. Chill like a little out here. Yep. So 5 fiends to hit these incursors.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an extra for the sergeant. And then let's do the big stabs first because that is more efficient. So 5 big stabs first to hit. 1 explodes. And to wound. These are 3s.
Yeah, these
So
are
this
three.
is 3 6-ups, please.
3 6-ups. Nope. That's 2 damage a pop.
3 damage a
these are
pop.
3 damage a pop. All right. So number 1
Dead.
2
Dead.
dead.
And
number 3 very dead.
Okay. So 3 of them gone, and then here's the normal attacks. 1's missed, 6's go back in. And then here's the 3's the wound. And this will just be 16 on 5s.
Yeah. On 5s, I assume they're very dead. I'm not going to bother rolling
I mean, they're 2 damage each. You can roll Feel No Pains.
I'll just take them as dead.
That's acceptable.
All right. Flip it over to me. So you can fight on death if I get a 4-up. Let's see if I can get a couple
Okay.
sneaky hits. It depends on who I'm rolling for. So the 2 who can only go into the fiends, I'll roll for first.
Cool.
Nope,
Nope.
nothing. And then the 3
Last
into
guy?
the nets.
Oh, yeah.
Just
1
one.
hit. 1 attack.
1 punch. So that'll be 1
One
attack
punch.
on 2s, rerolling 1s. Come on. Nope.
It'll be
Right.
actually on 3s, but still.
+1 to a hit in the.
-1 for being in engagement range of a fiend's unit.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, yep.
Yeah, no worries.
Back to you. That was a.
Because actually not the fiends that are -1 to hit, they just make everyone that is with them -1.
Okay, yeah.
So here's your stuff.
Well, we did get the Incursor squad, but I think otherwise, this has been a little bit of a nothing turn. Killed a single Blade Guard veteran, and that guy may just be regenerated by the Raving Apothecary this turn with that Selfless Healer. A little unfortunate, but I think the Demons have to cop one on the chin. They do have a ton of stuff still in reserve.
Swell and nice and stuff. And then we're gonna.
It's the face when you have about 600 points in reserve still.
Demonettes on the left. Who will just basically like pile in into the forest here. Closer to the nerds, and then these will go straight forward 3. I don't actually want to measure out who's closest to them, so they'll go straight forward.
Sounds good.
That way they're getting closest to everyone. And, you know, not engaging and all that stuff, just kind of being in the way generally.
Yep.
And then the red squad here is something I want to check. So as of right now, 4.4 from this Blade Guard. If I go 6 this way. So here's, I'm just going to do some pre-measures on the Demonettes.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So the Demonette here is a total of 4.3 from the Blade Guard. If I go 6 over this way, she would be from the same Blade Guard model, like 4.2.
So we do have the ability to pile and consolidate additional with
She then
Demonettes.
goes another 6. She can go here.
I guess.
and
I wonder if the
closer.
question is whether or not we can steal that objectively.
Same
Do you
thing
need
with
6
this
models
Demonette.
on it to take it,
Going 6
or to
over
contest it?
diagonal, and then rotating, swinging around the Blade Guard vet to 2.7, so will then be 2.6.
All right.
How many are on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Just want to see if I can match you on the marker. So I guess the backmost one to need to make it in would be this one. Is gonna go 3 and 3 on the pylon. thereby ending up closest to, I think it's still this guy.
Oh, yeah.
4.5 from this guy.
Still
4.
4.3 from that guy.
Okay. So we could go slightly more like there. That's 4.1. Does that just put me closer? No, that just puts me closer. Okay. And then that would be 4.3 you said from that guy? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So where's 4.3 from him this direction? That is here. So that would be doable, but there's another demonette already standing there. It's a bit awkward. And also, I think that doesn't quite make it on the marker. Okay, so the charge was not good enough. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, could potentially have cut Dark Angels down to a 0 point primary, but I don't think that.
In that case, I won't spend the CP for
useful
6-inch pylon consolidate.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be possible.
Right.
And the demonettes will just kind of like pylon consolidate.
They do get a pretty
generally forwards to here.
Aggressive position. Mostly just fill real estate in front of the Fiends. We want to be able to get another turn of activation out of the Fiends if possible, but I imagine that that's where the shooting is going to go, and then we're hopefully going to try to mop up the Demonettes in melee.
That feels like we've, have we accomplished something? Maybe. At least we're on a 4. You can swing back with your Blade Guard veterans, please.
So yeah, let's go.
It's a long turn for
so,
Arne.
Let's see, they get.
Hopefully these future turns aren't that long. Down to only about 40
so
minutes on his clock after 2 turns, which is not great. But this is a turn that required a lot of very finessing movement.
+1/-1. So on 3s, no rerolls, and on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Oh, that's a hit.
All right, so it's 5,
on the Fiends over here.
Kill 2.
Looks like, yeah, we'll
And
pop 2 of them. May auto pass that morale. So we don't roll a 6 and
I was
more.
kind of expecting better hit rolls hitting on 2s, but hey, what can you do?
No, that was
What
not
can
ideal.
you do? She's based.
You blocked me well. Yeah, you blocked me well.
Yeah,
Nope.
there's no reason for that kind of move.
All right.
Cool.
And so I think anything else on your turn?
Not really. I will get just a 3 on reality for being my quarter, middle.
Also, I'm looking at the scoreboard. Weren't you holding 2? Sorry, so the whole 2.
No, you punched me off this one. You really did.
Oh, yeah, you really
did punch me off that one.
Right. Thank you. Sorry.
So you get a 4. I scan another one.
Yeah.
I get 3 on reality.
I had that conversation. Jonah, stop trying to give your opponent points.
Cool.
Jonah over here trying to win the sportsmanship award. He's like, are you sure you didn't want an 8-point primary in that turn?
I was expecting to do a bit more.
Or maybe he's just trying to talk up his Black Knights a little bit. He's like, oh, what's that?
Right.
Oh, you only got a 4?
But
oh, almost like somebody came in and charged your unit and killed it and ran away.
Like die, or only the sergeant would live, or something like that.
All right. Well, an
An
intense turn
especially the 3 damage
from the
failing is a little awkward.
from the Fiends, from the Slaanesh Demons. I don't know if it was a great turn, chat. I don't think it was amazing. Not getting out of Blade Guard's Veteran Squad is unfortunate. It is going to be interesting to see if the Apothecary swings over to repair those guys, because it will be a long movement and puts him out of range of the majority of the brick over here. And now this swing back, I think, is going to be brutal. These Fiends, I'm not sure if these Fiends are going to survive. They do have the 5-up damage ignore and a 4+ against shooting, but we have all these attack bikes and Black Knights in the back here to shoot at them.
So yeah, I'll give +1 to hit back on the Blade Guard vets, since they'll probably be taking a penalty. May as well try to address that, because I doubt I'm going to clear the Fiends in one go. All right. And -1 damage still on them. Cool. So let's do some movement. So I think my big move here is going to be, I'm going to try and get rid of that Torment Bringer, because he's a scary boy.
Nah, he isn't.
He's a scary boy, and I don't like him. I am not his friend. So.
Well, that's like fake news, though. He's your friend.
So let's go.
You don't know yet.
Actually, sorry, I am going to put, since I can't give the +1 to hits to the Black Knights, I am going to give them
okay. Yes.
But yeah, so this guy's going to go up. Let me make sure I'm not cheating. There's 12.
12 and 5.
5. All
Yep.
right. Let's go. This guy will go up, just staying an inch away from these boys.
Yeah, their hitbox, like, it's
kind of
actually here.
Okay, so I'll
Yeah,
just be
for
a
some
little
reason
bit-
the bubbles from them don't work.
All right. Actually, I'm gonna go with this guy first since he's funnily shaped. It might get move blocked otherwise. Cool.
Yep.
And then this guy. will
Both
go
of us
up.
playing with the annoyingly oval bases.
Yeah.
I
Use a
mean,
little
it's
bit
the
of
exact same base, Fiend and Ravenwing Black Knight,
Yeah.
I think.
17, yeah.
But it's,
All right. So there we go. A little something like that. Let's
Uh-huh.
do. This is going to be a slugfest round, I think. So there's no point in holding back. Termies are going to go. I think I just need to engage you as much as possible since you're going to hit me no matter what I do next turn. You do not have the CP or Warp Storm for fight first, correct?
No, but I can absolutely interrupt.
You've got the one interrupt. Okay.
Yes.
I can live with that. Can he get over the wall is the question. Looking like a barely no. So, let's see. I'm going to have to make sure these guys... So these guys are pretty much in engagement range already. I'm just going to move them all up to make sure they've got options for the charge. And so it's auto-succeed. Because I don't want some terrible dice ruining my day.
That's very understandable.
Yeah.
I'd be doing the same.
So I'm going to move this guy up 5. I want to get one Termy as close as I can to that Fiend, so he's going to go up like that. What's that charge looking like? Looking like a 5-incher. Alright. Let's do another Termy like so. Shooty Termy is going to have to go like so.
Yeah, maybe it was the
And other punchy
the
Termy.
Demons had a false sense of
So,
security
make
there.
sure I don't accidentally walk off
After a
this
really good charge
objective. I did
phase.
that
They're
in
like, oh, the
once,
fight phase is going to be a breeze.
and that was embarrassing.
And then flubbed out pretty hard on the blade guard.
With charges. Alright, now, the other thing is to kill you off of that.
You can't win them all, unfortunately, chat.
More firepower.
Good charge phase
I wanna get
often
shot tactics,
begets a
and
bad
the
fight
middle
phase.
is looking like that might be a tricky proposition. But, on the other hand, low. Can I bring anybody back to life? I have to bring the apothecary all the way over there, but that's probably worthwhile. Let's see. Can this guy fit up through the middle here? I believe he's got space. Although, oh wait, the Fiends have the funny base. So let's see. What's the distance there? That's 2.4, 1.4. I think that's too fat for a Terminator. So I don't think I can walk up.
40 mil.
Walk me there. Because I think anywhere I go, I'm going to have to be walking through their engagement range because his base is too fat. Yep. All right. Good move block.
You'll just step up.
So they'll just step up a little bit just so I can get a couple
Just
more
be
models
careful.
on there.
There's one more demon and then you can
Sorry,
see there.
Right. My apologies.
No
So
worries.
yeah. And can I even fit up? I mean, I guess they'll fit up on the charge, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that to make sure that I don't let my Talon Master get charged accidentally. Do you need to bring...
So I guess the interesting question here is going to be where Dark Angels elect to put their gunshots. It looks to me like they're going to try to knock out the Fiends with shooting in the center. That is the toughest target that they have, but I think it's certainly the one that they are going to be most incentivized to kill. If they can shoot the Fiends down, they most likely will get the plasma shots from the Black Knights into the Torment Bringer and then follow up with a charge and then a Swift Strike. And it looks like we're also going to be dropping a Talon Master over there. Man, this additional movement from Devastator Doctrine, absolutely brutal on these Ravenwing units. They move so far. 17 inches on the Black Knights, 21 on the Talon Masters. Incredible.
Other Talon Masters. So I talk to myself a lot while I'm playing, as I'm sure you've noticed. My apologies.
Oh, please don't apologize. I do the same.
So he's gonna
Also,
go
it's really nice to just be clear about what you're doing in intention. So
Yeah,
Great.
and that's sort of how I feel too, and I think
Yeah, yeah.
that's sort of a better way to play. Cool. So only thing is by doing that he needs to do that to get there. I'm gonna keep him, and I want to make sure I'm not going to move block myself on a charge. So let me make sure. I might move him back just a tiny bit. Just want to make sure I can fit a Termy over there, because I want to get him just a tiny bit further back so that what's going on there? Move tiny back a little bit, way back the way he came.
Yeah.
So that I can.
the
totally
thing that's
get
going on is there's a bit of a hitbox on this
hit box on
triangle
that.
thing here. So you have to that's what you're bouncing off of. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
That's good.
Like placement-wise, you're good anyways. It's just with the TTS being awkward, not the model.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. I just want to try and get the Blade Guard in the thing, and the
Oh, I
Termite,
see.
I want to make sure I can still get in a 5-inch charge there.
Yeah. Okay. This is enough for your base for sure. So
that's
you
enough
can
for
just
my
go
base.
through. Yep.
Cool. Thank you. Now this guy wants to get some shots, but not completely expose himself. Gets in trouble at schools for that. Let's go. Sorry, that was a very poor joke. Let's go 12. I want bikes up there, but I need to leave space for apothecary. I would like to get a couple more.
Yeah, it is funny that they
actually maybe the field.
Dark Angels can basically include 2 sub-factions within a detachment and get all of the, or most of the abilities on them. I guess not all of them.
Those guys to be shot.
They don't get their objectives secured for being in a mixed Dark Sibelman, but
not block the attack
that doesn't matter so much.
Their shots. I'm not going to get within 12. Like that. Get a couple within 12. And tagging the dent so I don't take that penalty, which seems like the play. I just want this guy to come back a little. Oh, wait, hold on. Need to be within 36 of those guys and visible to them. So, I want this guy to end up something like that. So that's a 3-inch move, and I just want to check if my attack bikes can fit beside him. I believe that they can, although let me just double check that. I think there's space there. You know, if you disagree.
It's fine. Yeah. You'll be fine.
I can move the Talonmaster back a little bit.
Yeah,
more, actually,
you'll be
and
fine.
You'll be fine. And then he's definitely good there. Just want to try and stay. Yeah, good. So yeah, then I'll move the attack bikes. That goes back there. Do you have anything else in Deep Strike? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. You brought
Yes, 3 more units, including a Fiend and 2 Demonettes.
Ooh, I don't like that. In that case...
No. I only used like half my deeps. Well, not even. I deep struck 2 Demonettes.
Alright, well, yeah. It might change things, because I still need some backfield screening so that...
Yeah, those demons, they can only come in 9 inches in the backfield, but especially if that +1 to charge Warp Storm is being represented. They could just force some 8-inch charges to awkwardly beat up on attack bikes. And they're not great at killing attack bikes just because they're strength 4 into toughness 5. But it's not the end of the world. We also have more Fiends in reserve as well, which is going to help a lot at cracking some of this heavier armor that is standing up in the front here.
I think that's more important.
And I think this follow-up attack is going to be a little bit more effective since the characters are going to get involved from the demons.
Cool.
Essentially, the chaff screeners have been removed from that first wave, and now the second wave gets to come in with the actual damage. And hopefully, if demons can cripple the Dark Angels with the swing back, they're in a pretty good spot. But this Dark Angel shooting phase is about to be brutal.
This guy. So I'll go up something like that, but not get too aggressive. So I'm gonna move these guys all their 12. Oh, sorry, that guy's got to go around a wall. Excuse me. Cheating again. Put these 2 up first. So there is 13 inches there. This guy will have to move over an inch and then up 12. And I need... How am I doing? I really want to get a melt range with all those guys. I think those Demonettes are not going to be an issue. Those Demonettes might be, but that's a pretty long bomb charge, so I'll go something like that. So this is moving 2 more inches, so I'm at 15 movement with these bikes. This last one is going to be an issue. Don't know if he can get into Melta range. He needs to get 0.7 further over. We'll do something like that. That's that charge from the Teal Squad. I'm hopefully going to move block you 12.1 away. He's going to move up a little bit further. I'm really hoping I can melt these Fiends to death, but that is also a bit of a tall order. I'm going to move this guy over. Just going to... Still got 2 inches, and like that. I think I'm basically out of movement there, so...
It is going to be funny how
something like that.
movement intensive and impactful these first two turns, this first two battle rounds have been. That I think both these players kind of tripping over each other with just the mass of models that they've been able to put in the middle of the table. This first battle round is going to be a lot, but it's also probably going to determine the outcome of the game. Certainly through the end of Arne's current or upcoming turn.
Yeah, so 4, 10, or 4 plus
12.
8 plus 2 is 10. Yeah, 12, thank you. And something like that. I think I do want to bring these guys back to life because I don't want to lose this flank.
I feel like it's rude of you to undo all my damage that I did over here with the entire squad of fiends. I'm just
sorry, I am a bit of a dick.
No, that's just, it's like...
I thought this attack bike was stepping onto
slightly
the terrain.
rude.
It looks like it's right borderline. Do you mind if I just move him up? I can't. He's very borderline. If he's
What is
touching it or not.
Oh, he's touching it, don't worry.
He's touching. Okay.
If you want it to be touching, it's touching.
I want him to be touching. I want him.
Then it's touching it.
Do some
You're
shooty
good.
things.
Yeah.
All right. Then, lastly, so I'm not going to have a whole lot of stuff going into them, which is unfortunate, but that is life, I think, unless I go over. Let's see, 24. I think I maybe want to go over. Actually, Azrael. I need Azrael to move next. I want to figure out. I want to make sure he's given buffs to everybody who wants to party. I think he is giving buffs to everybody who wants to party. Just need to get that attack bike in range, and he is going to hang out there. Shots are kind of wasted going into the demonettes, so maybe he is going to go up and touch on the terrain. And cool, I will take that on Azrael. How are these servitors doing with their screening? With the attack bikes having moved up. Still just fine and dandy. Cool. And then these attack bikes are going to move over into this dense. So that's 7-9 inches of movement there. We get a couple of them shooting into those guys. Looks like 2 of them will have shots into them.
That's okay.
That's it. The other one will not. Since the other one will not, I'm going to move this guy back over so he's in Azrael's range. And they all should be in Talonmaster's range. Gonna really go hard on those rerolls. And finally, this guy will move up and do the action on the objective.
Thereby losing his aura for this turn, which shouldn't matter.
Oh, actually, yeah, if he loses his aura... Oh, yeah, actually, I do want to keep his aura going. I take it back.
Yeah, right. No, you want to keep the aura because you want double obsec. You did say that. Yep.
Yeah, I want the double obsec. So thank you for that. Yeah, I think he is going to keep. So nobody's doing any actions this turn.
That's fine.
That I don't need it.
Interestingly, I think the second game in a row, and I think it's a pretty impactful interaction for Dark Angels that we've seen that interaction where actions turn off character auras. Not auras for anyone else, just characters. But it is an important thing to consider, especially if you're in kind of a utility unit light build, like we're seeing in Arcs of Bowman, and especially in the Dark Angels list.
Yeah, and sorry, do you mind if I revive them?
Huh?
Do that at the end of movement.
Oh, of course you revive. Yeah. That's the whole reason you moved them.
That's the whole reason I moved there. But
No. You don't worry. I'm not gonna be any kind of doing that. Just make sure you leave a copy of him over there, so we know he has in the past died.
Yeah. Sorry, he's not going there. But yes, there's a copy over there now. Just gonna bring that guy in. And yeah, there's a copy over there. You were gonna ask me something else.
No, I was just gonna ask you, like, I declared the demon action, I believe Tormentbringer and... No, not these demonettes and these demonettes, right? Because Tormentbringer did the scan. Just so I have it clear.
Okay, yeah, so the demonettes are doing the...
Because that's the infantry only action.
That is what I remember as well.
Okay.
Because the Tormentbringer did the scan. I'm unsure whether I said it like that, but like that the Tormentbringer can't do the demon one and vice versa.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine.
Good.
I knew what you were going for, so yeah.
Good. Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. All right, so shooting, I'm actually going to start with the Deathwing Terminator. He's going to put all of his shots into the green guys.
Should just be using markers for action in progress.
Oh yeah, sounds good.
And it's not confusing.
Sounds good. But yeah, so I'm going to start Deathwing Terminator going into the Demonettes. I'm going to roll his bolter shot. So frag missiles. I'm not going to roll them together. That'll just be confusing. Frag missiles, number of shots. Just a 4. So 4 shots on 3s, rerolling 1s. And on 3s, rerolling 1s. Oh, there they are. All right. 3
On
wounds there.
4s. They are chilling.
And bolters, same target.
Yup.
All hit. And 3s, rerolling 1s. All wound. 4 more.
On 4s. 2 die.
You die. All right.
I'm gonna give it a quick look off my. I'm just gonna quickly check whether I need to pull the front or back ones. It depends on whether my secondary completes if I'm still on there, or if it just completes if I am still alive.
Oh, good question.
Because I, for some reason, don't know this by heart. If only there was a way to make this consistent. The action is completed. Oh, it's just completed. So I don't need to still be on there.
Okay. So I need to kill all 10 to stop the action, basically.
Yeah, I'm just thinking whether you have a Talon Master there.
Yeah, I got a good amount of shooting.
You do.
I'm gonna
We'll
try
make
really
you
hard to
use
kill
it on them, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try really hard to get
We
him
have
dead.
OPSEC there.
All right.
We'll do front to back. We'll pull front to back. That's better.
All right.
Yep.
Sounds good. So I'm gonna go Black Knights. All of their shots are gonna go into the Demonettes as well.
Would you like to overcharge?
I think I'm gonna pass on this one, actually.
That is acceptable.
All right. So that's gonna be 3s, re-rolling all. Very nice. And 2s, re-rolling 1s.
Oh.
That I got the 1 reroll.
No.
All right. 10.
5 more gone.
Models and wounds on which army, chat? The Space Marine army?
Excellent. And so that's those 2 done. I'm gonna go.
Total no prisoners count would be.
Switch tactics and go attack. So actually no, attack bites go first. You can pull out of range if I don't shoot with these attack bites first. So I'm gonna start flipping them over so I can keep track of what shot.
Absolutely.
And let's go over to the attack bites on the far side. And
Total no prisoners count I think is 121 for the Dark Angels. A lot of it is, I mean, it's entirely on multi-wound models, or 131 maybe, yeah. So I think it's exactly maxable on no prisoners, with the bonus points. But because most of it's wrapped up in these like huge voluminous 4-wound models, it looks like a huge army. It is. I mean, Space Marines are incredibly efficient right now, so the fact that they have a ton of models certainly makes sense.
0.
Ooh, you're gold. All right.
Bolterize.
Into Demonettes.
Yep.
4s again. I think you're all in dense.
I think the front lady, yeah,
I think she's in dense.
She's in dense. She's just the hitbox is pushing her into the air.
That's fine. So on 4s and then 3s, rerolling 1s.
Sure. Okay. Well, will they go in there?
Oh
No.
Damn. All right.
These did nothing.
Not loving this. Let's go next 3 attack bites. The ones who can see.
That's how it feels, Dark Angels. That's how it feels to make a bunch of attacks and do nothing.
Bolter into the Seekers. Heavy bolter into the Seekers and
Papers in chat. How's it going?
Everything into those Seekers.
It's been a good game so far. Players, we're only in the second battle round, but the first battle round, I mean, the battle round so far has been intense.
Will be 4.
Nice, that'll get 4.
Just looking where the sergeant is. But it's here. Okay. So keep those 2.
And then 12 shots with the assault cannon.
Ooh.
On 2s.
That clips the lookout sir for the characters, so the
2s,
characters are now eligible targets. At least the Infernal Enrapturous. Celeste should be hard to target, but the Enrapturous may go down.
Cool. That's
All
funny.
right. That went well. Let's go. Now I'm going to move over to the next area. So let's flip those guys over. Oh, not the Apothecary. Sorry, he's still got his shots left. Unfortunate. I was hoping to kill him with a heavy weapon. But, okay. I digress. Okay, let's go. Next squad of attack
Codex
bites.
Warfare
All their
not
bolters
ticked
into
up
the
yet.
Demonettes, all their meltas into the Fiends.
I think the requirement that we be as efficient with shooting as possible just to get out from under this horde of demons certainly makes Codex Warfare a little bit tougher. Because you don't want to sequence your attacks
6 shots.
in a way to get heavy
On
weapon kills. You want to
threes,
sequence them
reroll
in a way to
ones.
get the most damage possible.
Very nice.
Hello?
On 2s, rerolling 1s. Get rid of that guy.
I am feeling a little bit better, chat. I appreciate you. Yeah,
Fail 2?
yeah. I was
Right, 2 to
I was in rough shape yesterday,
Plus
but
2 is 7.
7.
almost on the mend, I think.
Yeah, man, I'll steal your dice real quick.
Yep.
That will fry one. Second one?
Try 1. And this one. D6 plus 2 is 4.
4, okay, so let me... everything's lagging a bit right now. Okay,
Yeah,
we're back.
everything's lagging a bit for me too. Sorry.
That will not kill one. So we'll just where's Sergeant? Sergeant is up here. So we're gonna pull this guy and wound this guy.
Cool.
Stay towards the middle. Yep.
And 12 bolter shots into the pink demonettes on 3s,
Yep,
rerolling
yep.
1s. And 3s, rerolling 1s. Sorry, not 2.
We're gonna lose 4 of those
There we go.
demonettes.
That's what I want to see.
And which will be these here.
Cool. And let's go with, so really I should have changed my target priority, but that's all right. Didn't know how that was going to shake out. Let's do the Apothecary will go into your Fiends.
Yep.
And I'm not, I'm going to supercharge this, actually.
Oh.
Apothecary,
He has
if
no
won't
reroll.
die, he'll just take mortals if he shoots, so.
Is that the case?
Whoa, now I'm worried. Is that the case?
No, I don't think so. I think he dies if he
I thought he just
overcharges.
used mortals. Let me double check.
Oh, did they change it? I thought the plasma weapon on the...
Let's see. Ravenwing Apothecary. I think he just takes mortals.
Okay,
Let me
well
look-
maybe
yeah.
he's...
Oh no, he is destroyed after shooting with his weapon. Thank you.
Yeah.
Never mind. So he is not
Don't
going
want
to
to
overcharge.
overcharge.
Well,
your
you said it, so...
plasma
No, I'm...
yeah.
Actually, and
Yeah,
I'm
he
going to
for
change
sure
my mind.
dies.
He's not going to shoot yet because I realized he's got a grenade he
Okay.
can toss, and I.
That's fine.
do that. Deathwing Terminator is going to shoot that last Seeker
How rude.
using the frag shots. Just 4 again.
Neg 1 for
That's
Forest.
4 that rolled them. Anyways, on 3s, no
Forest?
rerolls. And on
I'm
4s,
touching the dents.
Oh, you're touching the dents. Okay, sorry, I missed everything. My apologies.
All good.
All right.
No.
So that was
No points for you, my friend.
not what I wanted.
Exclamation point lists
all right, let's
chat
go
gets
over
you
to,
to the lists. You can also find out more about the event at tts40k.com/invitational. All the brackets and lists for all the players are there.
His gun. We'll start with the plasma profile. 2 shots
No.
on 3s.
Does this one just do mortal wounds?
This one does not do anything at all.
Oh, very good.
He's just always overcharging. He's just that kind of guy.
Makes sense.
And then on 2s, just 1.
This is with the...
This is with the plasma profile, so 2 damage.
Good.
All right, and then bolter profile. Miss and nope.
Glorious.
Not wanting to connect.
Swell guy,
yeah.
this Azrael.
Yeah, he's sad chappy. All right, I'm gonna go with Blade Guard Ancient into the Allurus. Just gonna try and ping off a couple more wounds there. He's just got the 1 shot with the heavy bolt pistol.
Cool.
I don't think he can see the demonettes. They're obscured. All right, so just 1 shot.
There'll
heavy
be
bolt
neg
pistol.
1 for Forest.
Yep, nothing. And then let's go all the Blade Guard vets.
So we've gotten a couple of good kills here so far from the Deathwing, but this
Yeah. So,
shooting phase has been kind of a disaster.
All hit. And on
Doing very little damage, not taking up Codex Warfare.
They will reroll the one. Oh wait, no, are they in the reroll? range? No, I
Are
moved
they?
them, so he is in reroll range. All right, just 1.
Oh, there's the Talon Master now. Okay.
Yeah, it's
So
exactly.
we've got 1 save. Yep.
All right, Neo Volkite pistol on 4s.
Nope.
Yeah, no characters have been
Reroll the
killed so far,
1.
chat.
All right. Jeez. Not cooperating with me.
Oh my
Okay, now I
Uh,
no longer feel as bad about my fight phase.
yeah, I think your fight phase is looking not terrible by comparison.
Yeah, both these armies just kind of met in the middle and flubbed against each other for a little bit. Maybe the fight phase for a Deathwing the Dark Angels, excuse me, comes out
Anyways,
a little bit
let's
ahead.
go over to attack bikes. I am going to put one who can see the demonettes into the demonettes, and the other
Is that
two.
the bolter or the melter?
The bolter. Sorry, and
Okay.
all. Oh wait, do I have any other 1 damage shooting that can go into the fiends? I do not. I don't want to put. Well, this guy's going to have to shoot the fiends because he can't see the demonette. So I'm going to put 2 bolters into the fiends and 1 bolter into the demonettes in the back.
Yes.
And then all the multi-melt is into the fiends.
Okay.
So let's go bolters into the fiends first. Or no, I'm going to do into the demonettes because I'm going to forget about them if I don't roll it now. On 3s, rerolling 1s. And on 3s, rerolling 1s.
2. So I have exactly 1 left.
Exactly 1 left. That's what I love.
I believe it's this one, maybe. So yeah, you can see them with the Talonmaster, but pretty sneaky behind this wall here, I think, for the rest of your army.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we'll leave her.
All right, and let's go 8 bolter shots, not 12, into the fiends.
We're doing young bloods at any point? Yeah, I think we will do another instance of young bloods in the not too distant future. Just takes a lot of work to set up, and so I haven't had the time with invitational stuff recently.
Come on! Oh,
That is
brutal.
so cursed.
All right.
And the meltas.
And then the meltas. So 3s
Threes.
rerolling 1s. And 2s rerolling 1s. All right.
How many things do I have left? 5. I should one at a time these just in case I need to CP one. It's good. It's bad. Give me a damage.
Damage will be 5. Guy's got 1 wound.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's very
1
dead.
wound guy's dead.
Vaporize that
3
guy.
saves left.
Poor dude.
Go in there. Go in there. Fail it.
Roll
Yep,
damage. 4.
4. Survivable. Alright, alive on 1. Next guy also fails, so probably kills that guy.
Yeah.
Kills that guy,
Yeah.
and then give me a 4, please.
Oh
No,
my
wait.
God.
So
Sorry.
this one I might want to CP. Times. So weird. Because it's. Yep. This is the biggest shot still, so CP this last guy. Shot. Yep, good.
Very
There
good.
you go.
So you
Nice.
killed the wounded.
Kind of a benefit of being demons and having terrible stratagems is that you do get to command point reroll basically whatever you want. Which is nice.
Next up, I'm
Not the end of the world for these fiends here.
Because I think I'm almost out of shooting now. So I've just got the apothecary. Oh, no, Black Knight. Sorry, you go back.
All
to
good.
your-
He was like there. These
Uh,
guys
because-
are. Yep.
So let's go apothecary into the demonettes with a grenade, a frag grenade.
Sure.
Probably should have done this first. How many are in the model?
D3 min 3.
Min 3.
There's 6 of them.
So 4. On 3. Or actually, is he in? No, he's
Fours.
not. So on 4s and on 4s. 1.
We chillin'.
2. All right. So Talonmaster is not going to do what I was hoping he could do.
But you
oh,
can't
is
see
he
the
here?
seeker, can he?
No, your Seeker's, yeah, he's meant to be behind that. All right, and oh, he's gonna put the man. I whip heavy. That would be brutal. So I am gonna actually do assault cannon into that demonette.
Yes.
Because
Yeah, I
will-
thought so.
that
Mhm.
will break my heart.
At least,
And
I gotta
then-
get that Codex Warfare hit there. This turn has been brutal for secondaries for
That's
Dark
fair, that's fair.
Angels.
I'm just happy to see the assault cannon go into the demonettes there.
Yeah. All right. So into the demonettes. 12 shots on 3 or 2s, excuse me. Didn't it? And no heavy cover there, and then on 2s. All right. Please don't roll 9 4-ups.
I will attempt. I will do my best. I tried. She's dead.
All right. So my first points for shock tactics. Shockingly late, and then 6 into the fiends.
That should be Codex Warfare, chat.
So yeah, on yep, not that.
There you go.
And 3s. Just 2.
Okay. 4s. Oh, go in there.
4 damage. Barely alive.
Who's the fiend?
All
Man.
right.
TTS40k.com/invitational. It's has all the invitational information.
Save
Chat.
that well. That's sad.
Yeah, he's in the middle, didn't it?
That's okay.
Sorry. That was a lot of weapon. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I can't really complain about dice after this phase, can I?
Yeah, yeah. You didn't have a
I'm
great
pretty
one.
sure I'm not allowed to.
Maybe it evens out. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, where are we going?
So we're gonna go first. Oh yes, that demon is dead. So I'm gonna go first into the Torment Bringer with the Black Knights.
Yeah, of course. So
I
this
absolutely
Demonette
need
squad
that.
down here is gone.
So
So we do have.
let's see something. Ooh, 3 might not do it. What does he need? Oh no, he's good.
A 3.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think they're in
well,
there.
no, you can go 3
Alright,
without
I can
touching
go
the
without.
forest. Yeah.
Yeah, I can touch him
Okay,
without. So let's give him a bad touch.
Now, unfortunately, the
How rude.
Stormbringer is a vehicle on that chariot, so uneligible to be targeted with Impossible Elegance. Otherwise, could force those Black Knights to be
Oh, this guy doesn't have a rotate,
hitting on
though, so
fours.
I don't think he can fit.
That's fair.
That boy. Rotate him like this.
So rotate for 2 and then move 1 forward or something like that.
Yeah,
I think you'll be fine with your 3 in pylon.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine. Cool. Then let's do the more controversial picks. I need to go.
Not sure what
controversial
VTT means, chat.
I want those.
So let's see. I'm gonna go. If I do that, I need to kill them. You're gonna have some interrupts.
Nah, I would never.
I think the big thing is I need to kill those fiends that are on the center. The demonettes can live if they really want to. No, I won't be happy about it, but they can live if they really want.
They really want to. I'm pretty sure they want to.
All right. So, and then the other question is, I don't need obstacle on that point. So, do I want the Talon Master to go in as well? Not sure. I'm going to start the Deathwing Terminators. No, I'm going to go Blade Guard into the Demonettes and the Fiends. So Demonettes and Fiends. 9 should be good. And my tricky business here is going to be, I want to go up like, sorry, that is cheating.
Yeah, so the screens from the red Demonettes here is going to be a little bit annoying for these guys to get around. They do need to get to the center objective, but then they also have to have the model count to outnumber the Demonettes, which they'll certainly be able to do with the Deathwing Terminators once the Deathwing Terminators get in there, but it will require some fancy maneuvering.
Barely in engagement range with this guy.
A little funny that I guess both these armies, not only are they being they're clustering together, but also they're made of units with enormous bases, so these combat maneuvers end up being very difficult.
I do want to. Good chance my termies don't kill your Demonettes. They do have.
Yeah, this is Tabletop Simulator, chat. I don't know anything about a virtual tabletop. Exclamation point, how to play if you want. That's our new player tutorial playlist that has all sorts of videos on how to get started with TTS 40k, and then also normal 40k, just tutorials about playing the game in general, but lots of how to install and play with TTS 40k.
Make all your charges basically auto.
Yeah. I'm glad
Which is
that I
good
did.
with how you're rolling.
Yeah. All right, so let's do 3, 3.
Yeah, this guy also
Goodbye,
belongs in
thank
that
you.
one.
Forgot about him. Lucky boy.
No worries.
And 3, and that guy will get as close as he can. Then, let me make sure that guy is still. Yeah, that's 6 inches. What am I talking about? Okay, cool. And then let's go attack bikes into the Demonettes as well. Just pink Demonettes.
Yep.
5. Do they make it? I think that's still an auto succeed, so this can go 3, and I believe they'll be in an inch with this guy. But
Well, it's never auto succeed because you're in a forest. But
I meant
still,
in
yeah.
auto succeed. But I think close enough there.
Yep. Yep.
Move this guy that way, just in case you get tricky. On the ground. Make sure I'm still inside of 6. I'm not, so this guy will come up. Cool. Next up, these pink Terminators going into the Fiends and Demonettes.
Mm-hmm.
There's the 11.
Yeah. They made it.
Tiniest charge.
Would you like to move any further? You know, like Maybe sideways, maybe in a circle or something.
I'm going to take a little bit of advantage of the movement and get up there.
Sure.
But I actually don't want to get up too far. Although
Or are you
actually,
worried about the next demonette?
Yeah.
She walks to
don't
here.
wanna get charged by more demonettes, so I think I'm going to just go something like that.
Basically, you're gonna get charged by demonets. I think wherever you go there, buddy.
They'll go.
Just to the blue
Can't
line
stop
there.
that. They're coming to get you.
Okay, so that's 10-inch charge with your buffs. I'm going to move these guys back a tiny bit just to make that a little
So it
bit
looks like Arne should get knocked off the center objective, and it looks like, assuming that the Raven Wing Black Knights elect to stick around
cool.
instead of swift striking away, regardless of whether or not they kill the Torment Bringer, because they're Rights of War, Talon Masters here, they should knock the Demons off objective 5. Although this the Torment Bringer does have the Slothful Claws, so she does have 3 damage melee attacks. So if the Black Knights flub, there is a non-zero chance that she actually just picks the unit up, but we'll see. It's a little unlikely.
He's barely in demonette range. And then attack bike's there, not charging up there. Only other thing is, do I want to risk the Rights of War guy in there? I think just to give rerolls to those guys, but there's a decent chance you kill him if you interrupt.
Yeah, those
And
Talon
so-
Masters, they do a bunch of damage, but they are basically just land speeders. T6 with 3+ save, no invuln. A good dice roll from some Demonettes could certainly knock that guy down.
That's not going to be the play. The only thing is I could do punch and fall back. Am I holding? I am now holding this point. Could punch and fall back with him, but that seems very unnecessary. All right, so that's going to be the end of charge. I am leaving that guy really exposed, though. You're going to be able to get something in there unless I get some good movement. All right, never mind. All right, on to the fight phase. Is there anything you want to do?
I believe I have no heroics. Pretty sure.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
All right. Check.
And then I believe I will be spending. So I'm gonna be spending 1 CP at the start of the fight phase to give the Demonette squad. I just need to figure out which one. It'll be the middle one, the full Demonette squad. They will have full rerolls to hit. It's a start of the fight phase strat, so I will just declare it now for when they inevitably get to fight.
All right. So now my question is, do I want to punch them hard or hope my Terminators can tank a round of Demonette shooting? They do poke pretty hard.
Yeah, it's an interesting pick there. I wonder if Arne kind of wants to force Jonah into an attack on the Demonettes to prevent them from getting a good interrupt. And that opens him up to interrupt with maybe the Torment Bringer to preserve his objective. This is a real 5-head play here, chat. You can kind of... it's kind of weaponizing the fact that his stratagems are used at the start of the fight phase. That being Rapturous Standard.
Their profiles are effectively the same between Thunderhammers and Chain Fist, because you don't feel no pain. So that'll be 16 attacks. And these will be on 4s, rerolling 1s. Ooh, not what I wanted. And on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Hello there, though.
Eh,
Still 5.
5. All right, I'll take that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just gonna make it so I'm still definitely on the marker, but can mostly fight with the guys.
That's
Alright.
a minor flub. The downside is that these Thunderhammers are impressive melee profiles, but they are not great against 1-wound Demonettes. And that's the weirdness about these Assault Terminators sort of being required to take that Thunderhammer Storm Shield. I think there's a lot of situations where you would want to take a Lightning Claw instead, but you're locked into the -1 to hit weapon, which does have a downside to it.
I will definitely be interrupting.
Okay.
I have such an interesting question here, because I have, like, so many tasty interrupts right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that we saw the swing first into the Demonettes.
Just because they're, like,
I
friendly
think
to everything.
Jonah wanted to kind of
The Secret
lessen
Chariot
the
with
effect of
flat
that
3 damage
CP.
claws is also a pretty interesting interrupt into
Oh, I
Black
forgot
Knights.
you had the relic.
Yeah, that's Slothful Claws, chat. Here it comes. That would preserve an objective, and that would put Arne up on primary, and that's a huge deal for
I
him.
forgot you had the relic. I thought those were 2 damages. Whoops.
No, so I'm gonna be going with the Torment Bringer.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah, I
interrupt.
think that's the right call. Let's see it.
So down to 2 CP, and then we'll just do a.
And that prevents the Black Knights from running away,
Kind of up here.
assuming that they
and then let's get slapping. So let's start off
that they don't
with the
survive
anti-tax
here.
with the Slothful Claws.
Ooh, all right, everybody.
Um,
Drum roll, please. What do we got from the Stormbringer?
So, you know,
Solid hit roll.
that's always the big question. Do I wound?
Uh-huh.
I will actually keep like 2 to the side and just like look at maybe CP rerolling the last
Yep.
wound roll. So here's 2 wounds so far. Here's
Dude, that
3
wound roll
wounds.
was
I'll take it.
I'll
terrible.
take it. All right. 3 wounds, and that's AP 2 or 3. I can't remember.
these are just the normal AP2.
Oh, okay. So these will be
This is
5 up.
3 5-ups, please.
Yeah, I'm not going to CP roll this if I fit.
Oh, lost
Then we got
3.
Malefic. This is a Seeker Chariot, not a Hellflayer. So we're only looking at Malefic 4 for the Seeker Tongues here now. Yep, that was it. No Bladed Axle, sadly, on this.
They will still be able to steal the
So that is
objective
2
here,
more saves at AP next 0.
assuming that the
Next 0.
Oh,
This is just-
another model survives, because they would be 2 to 1.
Okay, and then I will consolidate.
Oh, I guess yeah, we
I
can
cannot base this.
we can base that guy. That can test the objective.
No, so I will only end up
Yeah,
like.
not gonna change anything
I'll
there.
still
That
go
was
like
unfortunate.
3 and base
Maybe would like to see a CP reroll on the wound roll there, but I think Arne just sort of
Now,
stopped sinking attacks in once the
yep.
the wound roll went so abysmally for him.
3 damage. That was a big mistake on my part. Whoops. All
Over
right.
to you again.
Cool.
Yeah.
You can't take assault. You can't take
it's
lightning claws
also
if you have a
no
storm
longer
shield, chat.
affected by
The storm
Rise
shield and
or
Thunderhammer profile is
Oh, interesting. Is he
married.
That's actually the thing that Slothful Claws does. Each time an enemy model loses any wounds as a result of an attack made with this weapon, until the end of the phase, that enemy unit is not affected by aura abilities of any enemy units. So they are losing their wound rerolls here.
Damn.
Muhahaha.
Got
and
him.
No more interrupts, so I'm gonna be.
Yes.
So I'm gonna start with the attack bikes, going into the pink demonettes.
Yep.
So this will be, I believe, 9 attacks. Let me just double check. I believe their attack profile is 2. Yeah, 9 attacks. On 3s, rerolling 1s. And on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Yeah, almost anytime you want cool war gear, you play Space Wolves, Agent X.
Okay, yes. Good.
For sure.
5-up saves?
I was trying to build a Vanguard veteran squad the other day and
There
take
were
combi
6,
meltas in
so
it
they
because I
are
thought that
now
would be
3.
rad, and then realized that that's a
I
wolf
will
guard thing.
Right somewhere where?
That's not for my lowly Vanguard veterans.
Okay, then I will pull these here. Because if I keep anyone on the marker, it's funny.
All right.
Yeah,
sounds
Rights of
good.
War is left, so we actually have no objective secured on this objective at all. So if the Demonettes stick around,
Raven Wing Apothecary.
we do have 2 CP. Arne did hold that 2 for an auto pass morale, and can potentially hold an objective secured on this objective, and that would be enormous.
And get rid of those, thank you. And on 3s. One more.
Lose one lady.
All right. So then I'm gonna go. Question is, how many do I put in Terminators? I'm gonna go. Let's see, 3. I'm gonna go. These 2 have to go in, and I'm gonna put 3 into the. So the Terminators are gonna go next. 3 into the Demonettes, including the Chain Fist, and 2 Thunder Hammers into the Fiends.
That's acceptable.
Because I can take a loss or 2, and that's fine. All right, so let's go 9 attacks into. Oh, where's the sergeant? I've lost track of the sergeant. Sergeant is over
Oh,
there.
dear.
So yeah, he's going to go into them as well. Does that change anything? Nah, I'm worried about massively missing.
No fight
All right,
first
so
on
that'll be
the on the Slaanesh Demons chat. Now they burned all their CP to get the charge buffs, or all their Warp Storm points to get the charge buffs last turn. So they're out of everything right now.
Do I really want to divide it like that?
Just had to do the regular old interrupt.
And you're wounding all.
Yeah.
That is the,
So I'm
I mean, the
actually-
weakness of the Warp Storm ability, and I think that that's by design, obviously, is that you have to spend so many CP to get the, or so many Warp Storm points to get the good effects. You can't do everything all at once, and so if you want to get into melee, you then have to.
So yeah, it's gonna end up.
Um,
Sorry, 10 attacks
You don't have those Warp Storm points to save for the more defensively oriented effects.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do. I should do 10 attacks into the Demonettes and 6 into the Fiends.
Yeah, just to reiterate for Chad, the point I was making about the Thunderhammers is that you cannot take a Lightning Claw in addition to a Storm Shield. And because you typically want a Storm Shield to compile... Oh, dang. The OBSEC went down on that objective. That's too bad. So Arne will lose it. You want the Storm Shield to compound your defensive effects, and being required to take a Thunderhammer alongside the Storm Shield in some instances actually significantly reduces your expected output, especially against light infantry. They're very good at killing big heavy things, but they're very bad at killing light stuff. Sometimes you see a mix though. Sometimes you take a couple Lightning Claws on the backline guys, or maybe take a combat squad of Lightning Claw guys to sort of lead with whatever you need. I think that there's going to be an optimal Deathwing build will sort of eventually arise.
These are going to be on 2s because they're +2 -1.
They're not +2, right? Oh no, they're ancient.
They're ancient and the +1. Yeah. So these are on 2.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, so he gives a +1 aura, and he also gives a +1 in the command phase. Yeah.
Exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
Now I got it. You're good.
2s, rerolling 1s.
I thought you were saying the +1 from standing still. That's why I was like, wait, no, they didn't.
Oh yeah. Ooh, but not a good wound roll.
That's a lot of 2s. That's
a
lot of 2s
on that wound roll. So 10.
You might be fine though. Let's see. So I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna hit the intus button here.
Yeah, perfect.
This is how many do I have here? So this kills the first, kills the next.
You've got to feel no pain.
Yeah, this is the feel no pain.
Right?
This is the feel no pain.
Oh, this is the feel no pain. Sorry, my
Kills the
apologies.
first, kills the next, and then kills the last guy. So they're gone.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize the 2s also rolled for you. Huh.
If you click the in 2s button up there, it'll like roll them as groups of 2.
All right. Then I am going to use the Talon and Consolidate. I'm going to try and steal this objective from you.
Oof. So down to 1 objective for the Chaos Demons. I don't believe we're going to see the Black Knights run away. I guess we could. They are currently being horrified.
I believe that's then over to the...
But you would have to lose both of them, most likely.
Yes.
So just 7 attacks now. On the 3s, rerolling.
Yep, because they're Chapter Master. That's not an aura.
Not an aura. And 3s, rerolling 1s.
Not rerolling 1s. Because you're not affected by auras. Yeah, so 4s. Okay, I take 2 damage.
Oh, actually, wait. Sorry, your T4. Oh, yeah, it's 4s. Okay, never mind. But that's still, yeah. Just 2.
Oh, did you roll the wound roll wrong? Or?
No, I just realized it was on. I said on 3s, but it was actually on 4s. But I didn't roll any 3s. I don't think.
You're good. Yep, you didn't roll any 3s.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so take 2 damage here.
Yep, just 2.
So the interrupt saved her. That's okay.
Oh, sorry. Actually, and I meant to consolidate on.
You can just do it on your consolidate now after you attacked.
Yeah,
but
so that's fine.
You'll be fine.
Just do that, and cool. And yeah, so you can punch me back the Fiends and Demonettes.
Yeah, we're still at Battle Round 2, chat.
Yeah. So let's do.
It's
There's some of these are based.
It's been a long battle round.
Here.
I'm a little bit worried because there's still a lot on the table and a lot in reserve for these players. This game may literally come down to time, which would be unfortunate, but it is what it is. So we did have the full hit rerolls on the Demonettes here into the Deathwing Terminators. I doubt that there's any way we can get more models on this objective to steal it for Arne, especially because the Blade Guard Ancients here giving double obsec to the Deathwing Terminators. Or to all the Deathwing units over there.
I can't make it. I have to be here, so it's whatever. Yep. That's fine. So here's the attacks. They do have full hit rerolls, though.
Very nice.
Good thing I have those.
Mm-hmm.
Much better. Nice. And then 4s.
90 minutes is fine.
On Blade Guard.
It's very rare that games do come down to time, but this is a very front-loaded game. I think these players need to break each other's backs in the first 2 to 3 battle rounds. So it may be that at the end of the next battle round, it won't really matter. But it does depend on sort of how complex these fight phases end up
they're
going.
fearless and
Are these also fearless?
They are not. Oh yes, no, wait. I'm pretty sure they have inner circle. My attack bikes don't, but they are also fearless, I believe, up top.
Yeah, the
I'll
Ravenwing
double-check
Black
that.
Knights
Yeah,
are
double
inner
check there,
circled.
please. Thank you. And then here's the 2
Yeah,
into
they are inner
the.
circle. They
And
are
inner
fearless.
circle makes them fearless and makes infantry transhuman.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
how it works, right? Okay. Yeah, not my favorite matchup. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate. Not gonna
What
see
is
that guy
with these
flee.
dice? They just
Can you
spit
switch
out
out
at the top here.
Yeah. Sorry, these are your fiends?
No, this is the second half of the demonettes going into the
Oh,
terminus.
right. Sorry. Cool.
But the dice won't. I can't. Now I can. Here.
There you go.
So hit rolls with. Wait. What? Did I? No. Okay. So this is my hit roll, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's your hit roll.
Rerolling,
Yep.
and then
Mhm.
here's wounding on force. I got very confused. There.
Ugh.
Okay.
Jeez, these wound rolls for demons have been so bad.
You got it.
No damage onto the Terminators. Unfortunate.
And then
Fortunately, the way that this fight ended up working, the Demonettes are not
going into the 2 damage stabs in the
constrained. They can actually just leave with a fallback, especially given how fast they are.
Yep. So here's 2.
Which means that we'll stick around for a bit.
Both hit. Both wound.
Wound. All right.
2
I'm gonna
invulns,
roll
please.
these one at a time, I think. So first one,
Kills the
Here.
Tormy.
fail. I'll roll the other one. Okay. Yeah. So I'll kill this front guy. Make your charge a little harder.
Cool.
Oh wait, sorry. Feel no pain. I apologize.
Oh, you're right.
Right there. That is. Let's see. Does he feel the pain? He feels the pain.
Okay, same difference.
Yeah.
And now here's the into the 2 damage ones into the blade guard.
Very nice.
These are still plus.
Getting the
1 to hit.
Blade Card here because their save is a little bit lower. You want the AP3 to hit the Deathwing Terminators. It puts them on their invuln. The Blade Guard are only a 2+ save with the Storm Shield, though, so the AP2 weapons will hit them on, put them on their invuln.
Okay.
These fiends are really bouncing so far. Oh boy, we gotta get another fiend unit in there. Clip out all this stuff on this objective. Let's steal it. Take the objective away.
Don't worry about it. Okay.
All right. Well,
this is
doesn't look
this
great
is
for
fine.
demons. They don't have. They lost everything in the center of the table, I think, as is to be expected. But they do have 600 additional points in reserve. So we'll see what manifests in the into the center here. Is that an auto pass or a natural one of morale over here?
They
Amazing.
are vibing. Like there's no tomorrow.
Yep.
Love that.
Then they. So these you say are fearless. Okay.
They're fearless. Yeah.
That is so sad. I was thinking I kill 3 and then, their leadership. The Huntsmaster says leadership 8. So
Yeah.
he's 7 with 3 lost. Like pretty reasonable for him to run.
Yeah.
But
And in this
okay,
army, it's only the Incursors, Servitors, and Attack Bikes that can run.
that is unfair. Seeker over here with the icon still is running. That is unfortunate. So I guess this is
That's
not
tough to get at 2
counted for no
points.
prisoners because of the rule set here. So I'll put him over there somewhere.
All right.
I don't think it'll matter much. You give it in. Hmm?
Just barely.
Sorry, what?
You stopped me getting shock tactics on him though. Don't know if that's a huge
Codex Warfare. Yeah, I think you
Warfare.
got 2 points this turn.
Yeah, I just got 2, and I'll get Codex shock tactics.
Of
Don't
course,
mind
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Which
But
is
like
bad.
shock texts you were always getting just because down here for example.
Yeah,
you know.
that's our matchup. But yeah, over to you. And yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna get an 8 on a 4 on the spoilers at least. That's something.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see. I get a 4 on primary, I believe.
Yeah.
And then we have some stuff to do. Let's see. I mean, I'm probably deep striking into the center here. Let's be real. Probably deep striking right on that mark here. That is a 7-inch charge on the rights of war, dude.
Just watch out with the Ravenwing.
Yeah,
the-
that's the blue line here. 6 inches. 6 inches, because
Oh,
the
sorry, I
Enraptures is
didn't
still
realize he
here.
was a thingy.
Warp
I
locus, yeah. And then these fiends. So we'll roll at the start to see if we can just... yeah, let's just roll for Warp Storm.
Oh my
God, I'm still lucky.
God! 7 Warp Storm points, chat.
Okay, so we have enough points to just always strikes first
That's incredible.
in my own fight phase. So I can just
Alright.
stay in combat everywhere and just count as having charged everywhere. That makes this a lot better. Okay, so these ladies will be going 10.
Boom.
I don't want to do Otherworldly Tread, so I'm not going to walk through there. Now the other check is Despoilers. I believe I just have to control the objective, but I will double check this. Start. Within range of an objective marker you control. Yes. Good. So this one is done for the second time, I guess. How do I do this? Like, I guess I just put 2 markers on there? Sure. It's scanned and it's despoiled. This one is scanned but not despoiled yet.
Did you? Sorry, you've got 4 for despoilers, didn't you?
Yeah, just here.
Ah, what was? Oh, okay. Because I thought. Oh, the Infernal was doing it. Sorry.
No. The Demonettes that came in from Deep Strike.
Ah,
The
my apologies.
Infernal
Okay.
was
Sorry,
did
apologies.
advance, so she could not.
Oh, see.
So over here, she did the scan the marker, which ends at the end of my turn,
Oh,
and
yeah.
the Demonettes did despoil, and you killed them.
And you killed them.
and the
Sorry, I thought it
Demonettes
was a
here
once
did
a
it.
turn sort of action. That's why I was confused. I didn't realize it's not limited like other things.
No, it's not limited to once per turn.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
Yeah.
Going?
So there's just there's a lot going on. I was trying to make it a little bit more than you could, deal with in a single turn.
Yep.
Because like that's the only way I get those points, honestly.
Yeah.
Now we'll try again this turn. This turn I will try with the Transweaver, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
and she'll just like step on here and do the action.
Okay.
This time, I will also be giving the -1 AP to these ladies,
Sounds good.
and the +1 to hit from this Torment Bringer. Where is it going? These are still not in range. These are not in range. Honestly, it's just not going anywhere. That is unfortunate, but that is the reality now. I rebel against it, but such is life. Here's the Stiletto.
Thematically appropriate, I like it.
Go 7 and 3. Up here, the Enrapturess is going to walk up her 9 to the center.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is fun. How many models are on the marker for you?
I've got just 3.
Just 3. So I'm gonna give you a 6-inch deep strike screen on this dude,
Mm-hmm.
and my Enrapturus is gonna step a tiny bit to the side. And then I'm gonna deep strike a squad of Demonettes next to her,
Very nice.
outside of 6 of you. Thereby, by the end of the phase, when I have to start the action, I will have more models than you and control the middle,
All right.
so that my Enrapturus can start the action on the center.
Sounds good.
Good.
Tricky.
Thank you. I try. They're all coming in within 6 of her, of course. And then they'll charge. Then we have over on the side. How many CP are you chilling at, by the way?
4.
Okay. You are doing super well on CP.
I am trying hard not to spend them.
Benefit of that, Asriel.
I feel like I've got.
I feel like it's been working for you. Where's my Blissbringer? Here's my Blissbringer. The blissful boy. He's gonna be right here, behind Celeste. We're also... So we're gonna need 4 for always strikes first this turn, which means these 3 is not enough for +1 to charge. That's okay. That's okay. Here's the Fiends. Doing Fiend business. 6-inch charge out of Deep Strike. Like so.
We'll see if Arne could get as good of a charge phase this turn as he did last turn.
These demonettes over here are
Certainly
just
going to need
kind
it.
of vibing. I think.
Alright.
They're just wishing these markers were sticky. Then over on this side. So these are charging here. They can maybe make it to there. These guys are screening really far because these termies are what leadership?
They are, I think, 9 on the sergeant. Let me double check.
Sergeants
Oh,
flipped
crap,
over
I did
here.
not mean to pull the sergeant. Do you mind if I swap that? I
Yeah,
did not realize that was the sergeant I was pulling.
that is. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Or no, that's okay. Actually, no, I fucked up. I'll live with it. It was a bad mistake by me.
Okay.
I'll live with it.
Because that means these are leadership 7. Because they're in range of a fiend.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be deep striking a demonette squad 7 inches away from them right here.
All right.
Well, we'll take those. Thank you for the mistake.
Yeah, that's fine. No, that was complete unforced error on my part. That's fine.
That's okay. I make enough of those. I'm sure it's fair. Alright, so here's a 7 out of deep strike, 6 out of deep strike, 6 out of deep strike, and then some shorter charges with Celeste and these demonettes. And then also a... Yeah, we're just gonna try. Like, we're just gonna throw one more kitchen sink, honestly, because it's... Gotta say, it's not going super well. But...
Yeah. See how it swings.
We'll see.
I thought I was
But
doing-
I mean, it's demons, right? I'm pretty decent at just like scoring points for no reason whatsoever.
Yep.
So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Okay. Let's start going into the psychic here. So just to like put these like action and progress markers again.
Okay.
So we are doing the action with the Enrapturus here.
Cool.
We are doing the action with the Transweaver here.
All right.
And the Enrapturus being a Warp Locust is not, of course, a aura, it is just a keyword she has.
Sounds good.
Also, I guess it happens at starting the action happens after. Okay. That means the only one who can cast is Celeste and this Torment Bringer. So we are going to cast Delightful Agonies on a 6.
I will go for
Assuming
deny
you'll-
here.
Yes.
Let's see.
Does
Nope.
not?
And reroll.
Nope. I am lucky with the Delightful this game. That is very comfy. So we're going to be putting Delightful Agonies on the Fiends, of course.
All right.
And then she will also cast something fun, like Cacophonic Choir. Does that sound fun? Or is that just the worst smite in this situation? Your leaderships are just high, you know?
High-ish. They're also a lot of them are getting a buff from the ancient too, so they'll be one higher if they're within.
Yeah.
Just to,
So 3d6 versus your leadership over here. Nah, I think I'm just taking a smite. So Celeste is just gonna smite.
Ooh,
We'll just
that's
take
spicy.
the d3 ourselves. 2.
Good.
Now I am strongly assuming you will not attempt to deny this.
No. Looks like you got your choice.
Termies, I think?
Makes sense.
So here's the Termies. For 1 mortal wound.
Oh,
I'll
that's
take it. I
unfortunate.
feel like that's
This is what always happens with super smites. Here's
Yep.
the
Could have been
Bringer.
good.
Roll super smite.
Smite.
That is not the sergeant I'm taking the wound on, right?
here's the second super smite of the phase. Maybe we can do more than 1.
Uh-huh.
4. That's something. Fred's one of
So
these.
That'll kill that guy. Take that guy down 2. Oh, he should be at 2 out of 3.
That works.
Mark that. 2 out
Yep,
of
yep. Alright, go to shooting. Tormentbringer is going to shoot the Huntsmaster. Lashes, I believe that's 6 shots. Yes.
3. Mm-hmm.
So sold.
Wow, is this Torment Bringer gonna extricate herself from melee here?
To wound. 2 saves, please.
All right. AP on that.
It's only AP 1
believe
1
it's
damage,
1.
so unlikely
Alright,
to kill
4
that guy.
Kills him.
Oh
Ouch.
no way!
Glorious.
He did go down. The Torment
still
Bringer
there.
is free,
Is gonna
so
whip
she's free to go
her-
for the Talon Master now.
this is
Enormous!
great.
That's
You
huge.
are absolutely correct. I cannot whip the Termy. Is gonna whip nothing. She's gonna look pretty over there. We have no more guns. That was the whipping phase.
All right.
And now these Demonettes are suddenly out of something to charge, but the Seeker can charge now, which I honestly prefer. So that is actually really nice because now I can charge your Rites of War, dude.
Yep.
So let's go to charges. I'm gonna charge your Rites of War, dude, and your Termies with
All right.
my Chariot. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, not great, but I'll take it.
You'll take it, okay. Then here's my charge. 6, I believe that makes it.
Wow, that's a big swing right there.
Bonk. Okay, we will attempt a super long bomb. So let's
Gets the
actually
Torment
use
Bringer
our
in.
6 too.
Yeah, could try for the Demonettes onto the Talon Master. I think they were hoping for a charge onto the Black Knights and then using the 6-inch pile and consolidate strat to get to the objective 2 over here. If we knock the right support guy down, everything just suddenly counts as a single model obsec, and so it's really easy to outnumber them.
Maybe should have done it last, just in case I want a CP reroll, but I don't think I actually want a CP reroll, so wouldn't have anyways. Stilesk onto the Deathwing. Nope, let's chill a bit there. Let's go here. These ladies on the Blade Guard vets.
All right.
8 inches.
Good.
Wonderful, beautiful 8 inches.
Yeah, there's no objective
Something
secured on this
there,
side,
I'll
so
put
a
on this
single
one.
model over here is going to be able to
there's
steal
one.
that objective away.
Okay. So we will not put the Aluras there. We're just gonna put someone who can pile on there by being closer. And then we're gonna make the double coherency work with that, and then we're gonna like chill like this. I think that works. These Fiends next. The Fiends want the Deathwing Termies,
All right.
and I believe just those. Yep, just the Deathwing Termies. Needs a 6. Make it on a 6.
Make it on a 6.
So go 6 to, let's see. Can I have a 1-inch aura here?
Oh, yeah.
Doing a good job at kind
It's
of
like, I want
disincentivizing interrupts here as well.
Okay.
Because these
I
Demonettes
can
in the
stand this
center
weird pillow
survived.
thing, right?
Isn't it's not solid terrain?
I think these are like, I don't know. I think
Yeah,
it's like a
You
forest.
ignore the vertical elements of those ones.
You
yeah.
ignore
Do you
them?
ignore
Oh,
them?
okay.
Okay, good. But now I pinned myself with a Torment Bringer. I moved the Torment Bringer wrong. No! Oh no! I need 1.9 and this is 1.8, right? It's 1.5. Oh no! Pinned myself with the Torment Bringer. That is so dumb. Ugh. No, it's my fuck up. I moved her over because I was like, oh, maybe I can attempt a 9 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just wrong. It was just wrong. Well, that was dumb. So here's a 6 inches forward here,
Sounds good.
and then these will just kind of go 6 here. It's all measuring is a little weird because their hitboxes are big, but
Mm-hmm.
we know they'll all. You see what happens if we turn. Okay. So like there, and then these two will just be behind this one.
All right.
They'll make it on the pylon. Ugh, I'm sad about pinning Celeste, but that's what always happens when I try to attempt too many charges into one thing. I actually have to roll my impact mortal wounds from the Torment Bringer right away,
yeah.
right?
Before it.
So that will be on each unit that I end in engagement range, 4 dice. So here's a 4 dice on your Termies. They take nothing, and here's 4 dice on your dude. He takes 2.
Oh, he takes 2. All right.
Well, that's funny. He's at 6. That's exactly 2 damage, 3 hits.
Yeah. Don't love that.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, the Demonettes will attempt their 7 into the Termies.
All right.
That's where I CP. Make it on a 9.
Good.
We're gonna go 9. We will offer your Apothecary the chance to make a heroic intervention if he so chooses. And we will call him out as a coward if he declines to do so, as is tradition. Cool. I think that was all the charges.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pop always strikes first in the fight phase. I think. Actually, do I have to at this point? Because you kind of have to interrupt.
Only red fiends and the other fiends. Red demonettes and red fiends. I think are your only ones.
I will not pop it. I will save it for your turn, or and you'll just have to interrupt, I guess, if you want to strike. Like I feel like you're kind of forced into an interrupt anyways at this point, so it doesn't.
Yep.
Yep. So we're just gonna start off with.
So I will use line unbreakable again on my Deathwing Terminators in the middle.
Yeah, sure. That's fine. I'm just gonna start with my Secret Chariot because that feels important. We're just gonna punch the crap out of the Rites of War.
Sounds good.
All the attacks there. Two misses. And 5 is the wound. 3 saves, please.
T6. Right. And sorry, AP on that is 6?
Is 2.
AP 2.
I would love this to be AP 6. One fail.
Rolling one at a time. So fail.
Of course.
Come on.
One makes it, and the decider failed. Would you like to see
I am going to CP reroll that because
That's
is
trying to keep that Talon Master alive. No.
He's dead.
See
Did
ya.
they blow up?
Did Talon Masters explode? For some reason I thought.
Oh, I don't know. They're just vehicles. That's why I ask.
Oh, they do
They
explode.
don't.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they do explode. Does he blow up?
No.
Nope.
Okay, we'll take that. Consolidate, kind of just like.
So not able to get to the Dark Angel's home objective.
All right. Would you like to interrupt?
I think that I do need to do some interrupting.
I thought
somewhere. I think I've got to try and kill some of those fiends before they kill my Termies. So yeah, I'll do Deathwing Terminators.
Okay. Now, one guy can hit the fiends there.
Are they not going to be half an inch or half an inch?
Well, I'm not in
Yeah.
half an inch. You can't move.
Oh, you're right.
You declared me based with this guy. And I didn't make it to half an inch with my
You
charge.
got that. Yep. So you did not. So Then I
So
might.
you can have
do
2 go in the
elsewhere.
Torment Bringer,
Yeah.
and
I
then the
might
rest
do-
in the Demonettes.
Would it be okay if I interrupted elsewhere then? I thought that this. I
Yes.
didn't realize
No,
this
you
guy
can
was
interrupt
based.
elsewhere. You can interrupt
Yeah, I
elsewhere.
didn't realize that guy was based. That was a mistake. Let's go.
I think
with...
you based me with him, not the other way around.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
That is. You're completely right. I messed that up.
All good.
So let's go with the Blade Guard Vets, and they are going to go into those
Demonette with 2 of them.
I need to try and kill them.
So I guess 2 in this Demonette, 1 in the other Demonette.
Yep, that's exactly right. So let me just check. Let's make sure. So Sergeant into the 4 Demonettes. It'll just be 4 attacks because no charge.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So on 2s, rerolling 1s, and 3s, no rerolls. Ooh, just 2.
2 saves. Make both.
Hey,
Right.
look at that.
And then the other 2 guys?
6. Or wait, no, wait, these guys. Oh no, you're still in combat with the red ones, right? Yeah. And on 3s. All right, 5 there.
Lose 2. 2 on the outside here.
Right, over to you.
Okay. At this point, I believe I will also go for an interrupt for 2 CP.
All right.
And I will go with my fiends.
Love
good.
this. Interrupting on your
I
own
believe
turn
that's correct.
to
Yep.
swing
It's expensive, but I think it's correct.
out of
We'll
sequence.
we will again go spikes on the Termies and damage 2 swings on the Blade Guard Vets.
Sounds
They
good.
no longer have the +1 to hit though. Maybe that's not worth it because it's only 2 fiends, but I don't need those CP next turn because on your turn I'll pop always strikes first anyways, so no need for interrupts there. So yeah, that seems correct to me. Okay, let's go. Here's my 2 big stabs on your Termies. Both hit. Give me 4s.
Oh man, this
And here's the little
transhuman
dab.
just ruining the fiends, unfortunately. Do you
Oof.
have demonettes you could do a little
These
bit
fiends,
there?
they're cursed. Look at the hit rolls.
Only 2
Just
go
2 saves
through.
on those Blade Guards.
All right,
Be able to
well,
clip
okay.
one, yeah.
Oh, yep.
Alright, kills 1,
so
wounds
we've
1.
got 1. Let's see if he first one
Nope.
kills, and second one.
Nope.
2.
Okay. And now I can attack with everything except my red demonettes here.
Yeah.
So let's go these demonettes here into your termies.
Sounds good.
I assume you declined my.
I'm not interested. Or not.
The Blade Guard veterans
Okay.
paid you to interrupt their
do
chat.
I place him
So that was
No, he's Raven.
After the first charging unit, which was the Torment Bringer, went, the Dark Angels paid 2 to interrupt, and then since they had chosen a unit to attack, an interrupt was then available for the Demons if they wanted it, which they then used on the Fiends to get the Fiends swing in before the Blade Guard veterans hit them. Because the Blade Guard veterans would have swung first as the first non-charger in the fight normal step of the fight phase, since the inactive player does that first.
41 swings. Yeah, let's just. There's no buffs here, I think. Yep, 41 swings, no buffs.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Alright, just 14 saves, please.
14 saves on 3-ups.
Only 4 going
Kills
through.
a guy, wounds a guy.
Feels like I wound the guy, so I think I'm gonna pull this back guy, and I'll take the wound from this guy over here.
When it's acceptable, we'll just base everyone.
Sounds good.
Here, just like everyone's based. We'll go over here. We will hit these Blade Guard vets. This lady in the middle that I left. Yep, good. They can all go to this side, so they will all go to this side.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I don't think he
And,
rolled
just
the
make
6 up
sure I
on the
punch all
Terminator's
these.
chat.
BGVs with those. There's 2 left
Honestly,
here. Was that correct?
I don't believe it literally matters
yeah,
at
I
all,
think
because
I
the
only got
Apothecary
2,
can heal
yeah,
both these
yeah.
units and regenerate that guy.
Okay, so that means I am, instead of 41, I have how many? Minus
Probably
8.
not even worth the brain space at this point.
Like 33? that right?
41 minus 8, 33. Yep, you're good.
Okay. Like math is hard.
Yep.
Good thing this thing counts for me. Reroll ones to hit. For my demon prince in the middle.
Very nice.
And reroll ones to wound for any of the heralds.
All
Here you go. Involves on Blade Guard.
Come on, Blade Guard.
decent
Ooh,
save.
very nice.
Kills 2.
You die, so only 1 remains
No
living.
damage ignore there.
Oh,
Those guys have
so
already
yes, the sergeant
fought,
in the middle.
so it not that big of a deal.
Okay.
Not accidentally.
Consolidate me here. Consolidate me there. Consolidate me there in the pillar tripoint. Nothing fancy, just a little tripoint.
Cool, cool.
Because this guy already activated. We're just kind of standing in the way over here. We'll go with the. I think it's Fiend's time. That's the last thing I have left. So we'll go 3 here. And then this guy will just kind of scoot a bit. And then I think I can get 1 more guy in 3 here. Yeah. With 3
looks
into
about
an
right.
inch.
Cool, cool.
Just like tagging the pink line there. So 3 can actually hit. And then these will just kind of like, 1 will go in the Blade Guard, I guess. We're just kind of like going onto the marker, being annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Help. Stop falling over, fiends. Okay. So there's 3 dudes here. So is someone wounded in your squad right now?
Yes, there's a guy at the back who's wounded.
Okay. Thank you. So here's a 1, 2, 3 guys hitting you. These miss. No hysterical. Reroll this.
All right.
Threes.
4-ups. Or 3-ups is AP2, or
Yeah, these are AP2. These are just the
Okay.
AP2 slaps.
there's a 3-ups, so 1 guy dies, and
And the next one's wounded.
next guy is wounded.
And then here's the big stingers.
Interestingly, I wonder if we have miss or
2 invulns.
where are
Two
minus some
invulns,
damage went to.
4-ups.
Oh, I went to the Blade Guard.
Kills the
veterans,
wounded.
Excuse me.
Those of the wounded guy. Cool.
Okay. Then with the. If I just remove these real
they can
quick.
potentially fight on death, which is why I left them there.
Oh, then do those now because that's before they consolidate.
So the one who can punch into your fiends, it's a punch on a 4, rerolling 1, and on a 2, no reroll. The 1 punch into your fiends.
Fails the save. Feel no pains. Takes 2.
All
I'll
right.
just take it on the back guy.
And then the other guy who can only go into the Demonettes.
Hits.
Does,
Doesn't hit.
but misses,
Oh, yeah,
but
sure.
reroll ones.
Hits.
Hit and wounding on a 2. Wounds.
Good.
Good.
Okay, now I can consolidate. So this fiend will just consolidate in this gap here, just like up next to my chariot. This fiend will go here. This fiend will go over a bit. This fiend will go over a bit. Just making sure everything's nice and coherent everywhere. This one stays within 3 of her. Good, good, good. Doing all the things we're supposed to do. I think that was all my activations, though. Celeste didn't make it. Yeah. That was all of them.
Yep.
So you have fight backs.
Back. So let's go. Termes, the 2 who can go into your fiend.
So that was a bit of a crack from
So, yeah,
the
I'm gonna
demons
grab,
there. I don't know if it was quite enough,
2
though.
attacks into the Torment Bringer, and
Only killed 2 Terminators, 2 Blade Guard veterans.
so
So I guess 4 total Terminators and 3 total Blade Guard
Terminators hit your
veterans.
fiends on 4s.
All of the guns still active and operational besides that one Talon Master that went down.
There.
Do drop the Deathwing, most likely down to a 4-point primary. Once again.
He dies. 3 damage on the next guy. He takes 1.
Takes 1.
And then basically all we need is a strong shooting phase from the
4 into your
Raven Wing stuff.
4s, rerolling 1s.
And we're probably going to be able to rinse down the remainder of this demon army.
Just 2.
But we'll see.
It was on 4s, yeah. Yeah, good. I'm good.
You are all good. All right. Cool. And then over here, Blade Guard into the Fiends. So that'll be 3, 6, 10 attacks. Get rid of those. 10 attacks on 2, or on 3s. Excuse me.
3s because Fiends.
And on 3s.
Oh.
Oof.
Well,
God damn.
that looked exactly like my hit roll last turn, so. Fail both, so. Ooh, I actually lose the Fiend that's in melee with you. That's unfortunate.
And then Terminators into the Demonettes.
Ooh, I fucked up on that consolidate then.
6, 10. Oh, no,
Should've
9.
consolidated in there.
All right, on 4s, no rerolls. And on 2s.
This is into the Demonettes there?
Just whipping super hard on the
Demonettes.
Demonettes. Not really able to kill themselves out of melee here.
That is everything. So, both of my Demonette squads lost 2, so they cannot fail leadership because they are leadership 8. The Fiends lost 2, they can't. No, lost 1, can't fail. This Fiend lost 1, can't fail. We're chilling. On your side, everything's fearless. Last I checked.
Yep, everything's fearless.
So, oh wait, no, my red Demonettes. I get to fight with these.
Right, I can swing. Yep.
I'm just gonna hit the Termes with them.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Demonettes. That's 21 attacks exactly.
I think 3 of them have to go into the Blade Guard, if I'm not mistaken. Unless, or maybe that guy can pile in.
Sorry. I just want to hit the Termes. Everyone in the Termes.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. Yes, sorry, absolutely.
They can all hit Termes. I'm pretty confident.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Yeah, I can reroll. Good.
Did they use Line Unbreakable?
They did. Oh yeah, they did lose on Unbreakable. Thank you.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
you do have to
So
go 3.
this one is already in an inch. So 1 has to go in the Blade Guard vets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Trevi.
So let's do this separate.
All right.
1 goes on the BGV.
All right.
That'll be 2 invulns, please. That'll be 1 damage, please. And now I can do 21... 17? Is my math right? Yes.
Yeah, 17.
So let's reroll.
All right, 3 ups.
Oh my god.
Oof. Kills 2, I
1
guess.
hit,
Or
and-
Almost
No,
wiped
just
the
1.
Terminator squad with that swing
yeah,
there.
the Terminator
5
squad.
ones to roll
Alright.
to save. Unfortunate.
Okay, that's fine.
Wow.
That is now officially it. I will be.
All right, well that
getting
feels a little bit better there,
another,
Chad, for sure.
Oh, did I? Why is my reality at 4? Because I got 3 on turn 2. It should be at 5, right?
I think against transhuman
think
for
we're
sure.
I'm
it's
getting-
stronger than.
Because turn 2 I got middle and my 2 sides, and I think that's
Mhm.
what we both said. But turn
Yep.
1 I was definitely in my 2 quadrants.
Okay.
So
Sounds
there's no
good.
way I got a 1 on turn 1. Okay, good.
All right.
So this turn I am again in the middle and on 2 sides of on my 2 edges. You have
Mhm.
more than me here, you have more than me here, so we're just getting a 3 on reality.
All right.
And passing the turn and the time.
All right. So it's gonna have to go fast. So let's do full rerolls.
You have
time is real low,
is that
chat.
correct?
One
Yes.
to hit on them. -1 damage on them as well. And let's go with speed. So Blade Guard Ancient is going to move back.
Now, interestingly, the time's gonna I think make the dynamic kind of bizarre because in order to score their Codex Warfare and their no prisoners, the Dark Angels do actually have to attack
-1 damage on the Terminators.
the
And,
demon army, and the demons have less of an incentive to do like very high complexity plays right now, especially if the stuff in the middle just gets rinsed. It is we do have a tri-point and a Blade Guard veteran who can't leave, so actually the shooting will be
10
mitigated somewhat on these guys in the center.
behind each other.
You got it.
Blade Guard are going to go. Apothecary is going to. Who's Apothecary bring back to life? Gonna bring back one of them to life.
Sure, there's a guy over here that can come back.
Yeah, this is bottom of battle
17
round 3,
up to
chat.
Here.
Just remember Forest.
Oh, sorry, right. My apologies. Pull back 2. I think he should
Yep.
still be closest to that guy.
And then, just a quick check, you fit through. Yeah? Yeah.
Okay, I think I do.
Yeah, you do. You do. Good.
Yeah.
That's my mistake, actually. I feel like you shouldn't have fit through if I did this right.
10. That's 3 and 12. Uh, 12. I'm just going to bring this guy back a little bit so he can shoot around the corner. Those guys are all going to be like that. Blade Guard are going to walk over to this way. Or actually, before they do that, I'm going to move the Apothecary. He's going to zoom over here to bring a Termi back to life since I can't get them out of combat. They'll go 6, 6, 6. Melta. Need to get up there. These attack bikes need to stay in range of Asriel and try to do. Oh no, they've got full rerolls, so they do not need to do that. Actually, I'm just gonna full out YOLO them. I think they can fit there. Can I fit there?
Rerolls is somewhere.
Maybe I can't. Yeah, full rerolls are on these attack bikes. Sorry, over here.
Okay.
I've lost the token.
No, I'm looking for the token actually, not for. Here it is.
They're gonna go up something like so.
Okay.
These guys, servitors, are going to advance. So with difficult 3, 6, so they'll just move 8. Still behind the wall. There's that, and you've nicely hidden yourself over there. So Arbiter's Gaze, Talon Master is going to advance 6, so he can
27.
roll 27. So he
That's
is going
rude.
to try and come all the way over here. I'm not going to be able to spot those guys, actually, so that is less useful than I had hoped. He's just going to come over here to give...
Okay.
No, he's not going to be able to see them. Fuck. I'd hope that he
Just
could...
be generally rude to my army.
I don't think he can, so I think he's just going to have to YOLO it up there.
That looks hella funny. Okay.
Yep, and he is just going to YOLO his YOLO. All right, that's end of movement. End of movement.
Here he
I'm going to bring a Termi
comes.
back to life. So I'll copy
Zoom,
one
zoom.
over.
Let's go.
Like that.
You got it.
And, okay.
At the
And on
wounds.
to. Oh yeah, and I'm going to heal the other one. Thank you.
Yep.
And then on to shooting. I'm going to start. These 3 attack bikes are going to put all of their shots into these shield demonettes.
Now, the third one,
The
I
third one
don't
cannot.
know. Okay.
Yeah, right.
So
Correct.
2 of them, yes. And then the third one is...
Actually, fuck, yeah, I should have just... I thought he could see for some reason around the corner, but he definitely cannot. Fuck. I should have just moved them further. Fuck.
Cost of
Like,
moving quickly.
Literally
Yeah,
has no
I feel ya.
targets. Moved
Okay,
him wrong.
so 2 of them in the Demonettes then.
There's 2 of them to Demonettes. I'm going too fast. Okay, 8 attacks. So these are bolters. On
yep.
the 3s, rerolling all. Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And 3s.
Yep. 4s. 2 dead. Pull at the back.
Alright, multi-meltas.
Reroll them.
Reroll those. And in the box.
1 misses and
And on 2s.
4s. Lose another.
Yeah, it's not
3
doing
Demonettes dead.
I really fucked that up with the attack bike. Alright. Let's go over to... they basically can't do anything, so let's just do these other attack bikes. I'm going to put 2 shots into Blissbringer and 2 melta
that's
shots.
just 2 melta shots or 2 meltas?
Blissbringer, all bolters into your Demonettes that are on this objective.
You got it. I'll claim a -1 from the dense cover for the Demonettes.
Okay, sounds good. So into Blissbringer on 3s and on 2s.
4s. He lives.
Oh my
Because
god.
he's a rude
All
motherfucker. I'm sorry.
right.
That is rude. I'm sorry.
All right, 12 attacks and Demonettes
Hey,
on 4s.
I don't think the Demonettes are going to be in the dents. I think the line of fire can get traced.
Oh, because you can measure to this lady that you can't see.
Yeah.
Yes, but only for the front one. Right?
Whatever. I just rolled it.
Okay, sure. You have another whole Talon Master there, so.
Yeah, but. All
Is
right.
that 1 save? Are you saying 1 save?
1 save.
Alright, well,
man.
there we go.
All right, and that
-1
is
Demonette then.
going. Oh fuck. All right. Let's do the attack bikes. All multi-meltas are going into Transweaver, and all bolters are going into the other squad of Demonettes up top. Teal Demonettes.
1 second. I just want to quickly check that because I pulled 2 Demonettes at the back here. That all of them still see this lady. Yep, you still see her. You're good. So this is how many bolters into this Demonettes?
12.
Alright, you got it. Now this time, just to do this correctly, one of your bikes? No, this is still going through it, right?
Go through the difficult. I don't think.
No. One of them is fine. One of them is very fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're all okay. Because you can
do...
measure the line of fire.
Yeah, because you can measure from any point. Okay, yeah, they're all fine. You go. They're all fine.
All right.
Yeah, Chad, I have the time pause when the players are discussing rule stuff right now.
And on choose.
Just so that there's no like chicanery if you're trying to question your opponent.
Okay.
Right,
bolters.
so... And 3s.
4 dead. So double checking from the Talon Master, he can see these 3. And then I'm also just gonna pill this one here. Is that fair?
Yep, that sounds fine.
Good.
All right, I guess Talon Master is. Yeah, so you're good. Talon Master's gonna put everything into Transweaver or Infernal Raptress.
How rude! I don't think he can. He's way closer to the Demonettes than he is to the Raptress.
Sorry, I thought you pulled them. My apologies.
Well, I pulled the one you can see,
right?
But.
Yep. All right. So I think that's all my shooting then, because I don't think I've got any other eligible targets.
Yep.
Massively there. That was unfortunate. All right. Charges. Let's do attack bikes into the. You're gonna fight first. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna do Sir Blade Guard vets into your Demonettes over there.
Sorry, which Blade Guard?
Blade Guard, Demonettes.
Oh yeah, you got it. Auto in easily, yes.
Yeah. So
I see. They go. Yep.
Tricky. Then let's do attack bikes into Blissbringer.
Yes.
Then we're going to do other attack bikes into the Yeah, I'll do other attack. You're gonna fight first. This actually probably won't matter. Let's do other attack bikes into these demonettes in the bottom.
Yes. 9, they're good.
Yep. Apothecary into the same demonettes.
Yes.
And then Azrael into red demonettes.
You got it.
Finally, Talon Master. How many CP do I have? Just the one, so that's probably not worthwhile. All right, so he will do nothing.
Got it.
Fight phase. I'm gonna go first with let's do attack bikes into the demonettes. In the
I
middle.
will not be doing always tricks first.
Okay, you will not be doing it. All right, excellent. Yes. So let's do.
I think almost concession to time there for Arne.
Who? This is this attack bike squad? Yeah.
I think
You have reroll 1s from Ezra.
Okay, so I'll reroll 1, and on
3s. Lose 2 demonettes.
All right, next up, Apothecary. Go same targets. Vortex.
Yep.
And on 4s. Or 3s, excuse me. Nope.
Go in there. Lose another. Just down there. Same deal.
Cool. Then
Okay,
let's
3.
go Azrael into the demonettes.
Yep.
All right, and on 2s. All right.
You get him. You get 3 of them.
Cool. And that done there, and then 9 attack bikes into the Blitzbringer, or 9 attacks into the Blitzbringer with the attack bikes. 4s. And 4s.
Yes.
Ugh. Terrible
Takes
roll.
the damage lifts. Okay.
Okay.
Was that all the chargers?
Over to you.
Okay, first non-charging activation. I am going to go with the Fiends.
Mhm.
We're gonna go.
Oh shit! I forgot the Blade Guard. I'll do it after your Fiends. My apologies.
Which? Oh yeah, you
Blade
do
Guard,
those
that's
later.
fine.
Yeah. So Pylon here, and this guy is going closer to the Blade Guard, so he's going here.
Mhm.
And then these 2 will just punch Termies. So we have 2 in Termies and 3 in bikes.
All
So
right.
here's 2 stingers in the Termies. Both hit. Both wound.
4 ups.
Kills the Termie, I guess.
Army. Yes. Does it matter?
Okay.
If you in
So
combat.
then we have the 3 stingers in the bikes. Reroll. And reroll. AP3. So 6s.
Alright.
Kills the bike.
So that'll be, and feel no pain. Sorry. 2
Oh, yeah.
damage each.
So this will be 3 damage each. So
3 damage each. Sorry. So 2
yeah.
more.
So 1 bike takes 2 more.
Probably gonna
It's
die.
gone?
Yeah. It's dead.
Okay, and then the regular stabs. So here's 8 regular stabs into the Termies.
And yeah, sorry, I forgot to feel no pain. The Termy, let me just double.
I think he might not have. He didn't make any, but I think he wasn't in.
Oh, you're right. 3.7.
Here's the into the Termies with a reroll to hit, and 3 ups.
All right.
Takes out 1 more Termie there, and here's this plus 2 more into the bikes. 3s reroll 1s. And the dice please spawn. And then strength 5, so 4s reroll 1s.
All right.
This is AP2, so kills another 2 more Feel Pains there. 4 more Feel Pains, I mean.
More feel no pains. Thank you.
Alright, just does 2 damage to the next bike.
You.
That was my activation. You
yeah.
have your
I'll
Blade
go
Guard,
back
and then you have your first non-charging activation.
So let's do Blade Guard. That'll be 10 attacks on 2s, or excuse me, on 3s. Rerolls, and on 3s, no rerolls. 4.
Takes out 3.
Takes out 3.
We're taking these 3,
I'm
I
going to
guess.
go with the Deathwing Terminator into your Torment Bringer for my activation.
Yep.
I really hope I can nail this. On 4s, rerolling 1s. Nope.
So you have 1 Termy.
Yeah.
Okay.
3. Okay, 1 wound.
1 4-up. Fails it. There's no one else who can hit her, so she's down to 2.
No one else who can hit it.
Huh? Who can?
Nope, no one else who can hit it.
Okay, perfect.
Except these guys. No, I'm out of range. Never mind.
Oops. Azrael's already attacked. He'll be fine. So... yeah. Then we have the... what else do we have here? I have some Demonettes to fight with, so I'll do the Demonettes down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Demonettes.
All
We'll
right.
be punching your Terminators.
All right.
So this is 21 attacks.
Yep.
Spend 1 CP on 6 SR Rending.
All right.
Ooh. Not with that hit roll, though. Alright, invulns and 3-ups.
3 ups first. Takes 2. 3
Invulns.
ups.
Takes another
One more.
one. So
Okay.
it definitely kills the Termy here and wounds
Okay.
another.
Take a wound on that one.
It's on you.
All right, and they'll go 6 attack. Those Termians will fight.
Yep.
They're just down to 4 attacks now. Yep. Just 4 attacks on 3s, because +1. No rerolls, and 2s.
On 5s.
Yeah.
Good. Non-charging activation on my side is going to be the Demonettes here. 4 of them will hit the Blade Guard Veteran.
Yep.
This alias is from that same squad. 5 of them will hit that Blade Guard Veteran.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my 21 swings into the BGB. One rerolls. And, ones.
All right, 4 ups.
He's dead.
Or wait, feel no pain. Come on. No,
He
he's still
did. He only had 2 wounds. Yep.
dead. Oh yeah.
That is over to you.
I think that's everything, isn't it?
You have nothing left?
Nope.
Then I will do my Torment Bringer on Hellflayer.
Mm-hmm.
8 attacks with the Slothful Claws on the Termy. All hit. And a bunch of wounds. You have 3 ups.
All right, and yeah.
Tons of 3 ups. He's gone. 9 damage or something like that. And
nope.
then these Aliases are no longer engaged. This Fiend will still hit.
Yep.
So he'll do his 5 normal attacks. Oh, he's not happy with his situation, I think. That's 2 wounds on that. Alright, wounds a bike, and then this 1 stinger. Come on, dice, come out, please. Misses. That was all my fighting. Go to the morale phase, I believe.
Yep. I don't think there's any more.
I'll spend 5 points to resurrect D3 models on all of my units.
Yep.
So these here will do D3 resurrect for 3. 1, 2, 3. These here will do D3 resurrect for 2. These here will do D3 resurrect for 3. They're not engaged with anything, so they have to spawn out of engagement range for everything. This lady will heal for D3 for 2. Celeste will heal for D3 for 2. The Fiend down here will heal for D3 for 2. A Fiend from the middle, the Nun's wounded. The blue Demonettes here will D3 come back for 1. And then the Demonettes next to my home marker will D3 resurrect for... doesn't matter, there's only one that can resurrect there. Right back on the marker with OPSEC.
Marker. Yep.
I will hold 4 markers, so I have a 12.
Yeah. You can probably call it at this point, because I think you're well far enough ahead that I don't think there's any chance of
I'm inclined to agree, and that saves us the hassle of trying to finish this game out in 0 time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
That was a sick save on the
This was a great game, though. Like, man, that was a blast.
Yep. No, that was really fun.
Yeah,
I messed
think
up
we get
big
the
time.
Taka.
with the
Yeah, I
comic
think
run.
that the low
Really
codex
fucking messed up.
warfare so far is brutal.
That was a huge mistake. That really
we
cost me a
could
lot
score
there.
out a couple
Very
more
kicking
codex
myself
warfares here,
over that.
and maybe some shock
that
tactics, but I'm not sure that
hurtful
the
claws on her.
Yeah, because my sort of
Yeah,
plan was
we,
to kill her and then
I'm not sure that
spread out
they
my
could have
army
scored it
so that
quickly
he
enough
couldn't bring
to
in
be able to
any
push back.
demons
Man,
anywhere near
I guess
my-
I had misinterpreted things a little bit earlier. The fiends being
If I didn't kill her, just swift strike it out in a line.
engaged in here meant that they
And
couldn't
that
get shot
was
with the multi-meltas,
huge
and that meant that the
mistake.
Dark Angel shooting basically
Yeah.
turned to nothing for a
And
turn.
then just with 2 models, it wasn't enough to do the strat
Sick
anymore
game.
because
Yep.
they don't spread out far enough.
Exactly.
Yeah,
there was no
yeah.
point in doing it once I missed like that. Yeah.
Mm.
That was a huge mistake. I'm really kicking myself about that.
Yeah,
Let
they
me
would
know
have
if
had
anybody
to
has
just
any questions to the
activate
players as
first
well.
and immediately do the strat,
As
so
we go to
you
the
don't
breakdown.
have to. So then she doesn't even hit them. Yeah. Even if they don't kill.
I feel
Yeah.
like my shooting
And then your
just
last
didn't do
turn,
anything.
I think.
Yeah. My shooting just didn't do anything to you either. Every time
Dude,
it just bounced
This
off.
army does not die in shooting. Like, this army does not die in shooting. It is really funny.
Yeah.
I've played against Tau twice. I've played against Iron Hands and another Marines faction. And like every time it's like, yeah, the shooting is just like nothing. It just all bounces off. The melee hurts, right? But
Yeah.
the shooting just bounces off these dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 wounds,
yeah.
like 1 and 4 wounds are such strange like break points that
Yes.
a lot of attacks like have trouble getting through, and then you have damage ignores
I've
and
feel no pain
demonic
on the
invulnerability on top of
fiends
that, yeah.
also just puts them in this like
Right, they
I mean,
basically become
Jonah,
like
you
6
play
wounds at that
Tyranids.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how Raveners work, right?
Yep.
Right? 4
Oh,
wounds of
absolutely.
5 up invuln, 5 up feel no pain.
Yep.
And now these guys are just like 4 up invuln, 5 up feel no pain. They just do not fall over.
Yeah.
And you were close enough all the time that like neg 1 to hit for outside of 12 didn't matter, and also would never have been worth spending this game.
Yeah.
All the fight phase things are way more important.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually think Codex Warfare was just like not a correct pick here. 'Cause even if-
so my friend ran this as a test list to like
Yeah.
have me run a game with it, and I maxed Codex Warfare and did incredible damage to him in shooting. So I just
Maybe. I
kept
mean,
with it.
maybe I'm just stupid lucky. Like, there's
Yeah.
at least some element of my 4-ups just being better than everyone else's. Like, you know, it's
Yeah.
like, it's just skill. That's
But
why
yeah,
I play
I just-
Harlequins and Demons.
I really feel like my shots were just not converting into kills like over and over again. Like the multi-meltas just kept bouncing. I kept on rolling. Yeah. I was getting pretty frustrated with my shooting, to be honest. I thought it was.
But I do feel like in your first turn of shooting, everything, like, you still rolled relatively poorly, but you had all your rerolls everywhere.
Mhm.
But then your second round of shooting
I just
was
whiffed.
very all over the place. Very, like, you know,
Yeah.
like, kind of awkward. Your orders were off in the wrong spaces, and suddenly you had, like, too many targets and weren't quite sure which one to prioritize, I feel. So I feel like that second shooting phase just went really sideways.
Yeah, well, I had like a good plan for it that I thought was going to work out, but it was just like I just did way less damage than I was expecting because I thought your fiends were all going to be dead, and I was sort of counting on that for reallocating. So then I had just kept on changing priority because I kept on running. I kept on shooting way less than I was expecting, killing way less each activation than I thought.
Yeah.
So I thought, 18 multi-melta shots into the fiends. I'm just pretty sure we're going to kill them.
That's
But
fair.
do enough damage that I could then finish them off with a Talon
But, like,
Master.
18 multi-melta shots, like, some of them were through dense, some were not. By the way, I forgot that the middle of the board is dense cover. I should have just neatly put my fiends so
Oh,
they're
yeah.
all touching the center, and then, like I just forgot during the game.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
And also,
I feel like
shooting the single. I also forgot your Infernal Raptress brings a model back. So killing that
Oh,
one model. and
but I
shooting
think
is not a bad choice.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot.
But
that
I think I told you during your turn, like, do remember, I can bring one back in the command phase.
You did, and I thought you were referring to your Demon Warp Storm ability, and I was like, he
No,
doesn't have
it's
the points for that, so he's not going to do
Oh
it.
yeah.
And that.
Oh
was
no,
just
I wasn't
being
even
an
trying
idiot.
to like be weird about like I have that ability, and like I know some people do that kind of thing where they're like, oh, do remember I have Auspex scan when they're at 1 CP. right? But,
Yeah,
like, I don't do that. I actually just meant, no, I have my apothecary standing there.
Oh yeah, no, that was totally reasonable. Yeah, no, that was completely me messing up. I was just looking at your points because you had exactly enough to do it, and I was like, he's not going to spend all 4 points bringing one back to life. Like, maybe he will, but I don't think so.
So you actually cannot bring fiends back to life with the Warp Storm, because they're not 1 wound models. They just heal.
I thought it was 1 model if it's not. I do not know Demons.
No. It's if they're multi-model unit, the wounded model heals for D3. If they're a 1 wound unit, you bring D3 models back.
Oh, I thought it brought them back to life. Okay, yeah, so I completely.
Yeah, I need the Enrapturous to bring back fiends.
Yeah.
And yeah. Just by the way, going into my command phase here, the Enrapturous brings back either the 6th fiend in the center, or brings back another D3 Demonettes to one of the Demonette units.
Yeah.
Because that's stacked. One is in the morale phase, and the next one's then in my command phase. Like, I was actually expecting you to try to snipe her this turn with those attack bikes.
Sorry, who? The Selesky?
No, the Enrapturous.
Yeah. I mean, that's
I
what
thought
I tried.
these attack bikes you sent... Wait, where did they go? Oh, they were here and then they charged back up.
Yeah, I put 6
when they were down
shots.
here, I thought you were going for Celeste.
Yeah, that would have fizzled the
That's right.
the spoiler too, right?
Yeah.
That would have fizzled the action, and then she doesn't bring one back in the command phase.
Right.
And I was saving the CP for the damage roll because I figured I'll get at least 1 through. Like, there's no way she's...
Yeah. But then you shot all those Meltas down at these Demonettes, which I think was just like, okay, now you're shooting at Demonettes. Yeah, I know, you wanted 1 more attack bike to shoot here. But, like, to be honest, like, 2 attack bikes with full rerolls killed 3 models. The 3rd attack bike maybe would have killed a 2nd, maybe a 4th.
Yeah.
Like, maybe would have killed a 4th, maybe a 5th model.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah. I was pretty confident that at some point in your activations, I would just pull myself out of the vision end at the bottom, so they're only in that pocket up there, and then I'm fine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that is the big benefit of having that invulnerability, so that you don't... it's not that a T3 like 4+ save profile is particularly resilient, but it is resilient enough to not get 1 shot, and that's usually all you need, right?
It's honestly really resilient. Like, this is the profile of a Harlequin, right?
Mm-hmm.
T3, 1 wound, 4-up invuln. And, like,
well,
if you've ever tried shooting Harlequins, this is the past profile of a Harlequins. But, like, have you ever, like, when you've tried shooting Harlequins off a marker, you know how obnoxious it can be when they just decide to pass some of the saves, and then, like, suddenly, so especially with the Demonette units, I actually did that wrong on the green squad. I should have, I don't know why I, like, complete brain fart on my part. That green squad that I walked out to do the action here, obviously half the squad should have been behind the wall, and half the squad in front of the wall. Then I just get the action there on that activation, because you killed, like, all except 1, and then you killed the last one with a Talon Master. And that last one should have just been behind the wall, and then they just complete the action anyways. So, yeah. But yeah, it's this combination of, like, pushing in, getting a lot of like, giving you a lot of targets at once, and then even my silly characters are all 4-up invuln and shooting. It's a little like the... It's a bit like, when with Quins, when I would, like, just put a Death Jester on a marker. And it's like, it's just a Death Jester, right? But, like, to reliably kill a character with a 4-up invuln, it's always, like, it always takes a bit more than you think. And, yeah. But, like, I was definitely, like, I was scared this turn, right? Like, this could have gone, this turn 2 and turn 3 could have gone either way. I was, after seeing my turn 1 bounce, and just, like, all my hit rolls whiff, and I killed nothing except the incursors in the middle, I was like, ooh, this is gonna be way harder than, like, I was hoping.
Yeah.
I
really threw it with the Torment Bringer play. I don't know why I didn't activate first, because, my plan was hit you there, string out the knights there so you can't summon demons.
Yeah.
And then there's no way you can charge me, and I get another activation of shooting without you being able to hit me. And I just...
That's fair.
Yeah, so I had a question about that turn, right? Because, Arne, you used the full hit reroll on the Demonette squad over here, right? Which I assume was to basically, like, assuming that the that the guys over here swing first, then if you interrupt with that unit, they're like much more effective against the Terminators, and so their first hit back is a little bit of a little bit blunted, but it almost feels like that kind of like pulled focus away from the Stormbringer. I don't know if I'm like reading into it too much.
No, that's
where you
literally
like
what
you're like
happened.
he's used a stratagem on this unit. We should try to mitigate the amount of damage the stratagem does. But then the Stormbringer's like yes.
That was
Absolutely.
literally what happened.
That was also like
oh shit, with full rerolls, those could actually wipe the Terminator squad with a little luck. Fuck, I need to focus on that instead.
And that was 100% like I don't do a lot of mind games, but like that was mind game. Yeah, that was straight up just I wanted you to go into those demonettes first.
Yeah.
And like it's a stratagem that you have to pop at the start of the fight phase.
Yeah.
And like if you don't go into the demonettes and they live, and I mean they did end up like 5 of them ended up living just like through the termies, which like I was kind of thinking like, well, you're going Thunderhammers into demonettes. Like, yeah, you're gonna kill some, but like Thunderhammers just do not kill demonettes efficiently.
No, they don't.
So I was like, you know what? They're probably going to live anyways. I'll get efficiency out of it. I'm just going to declare it now. The other thing is with demons, you have to kind of get creative and find ways to waste your CP. Because like
the CP are not great.
Bad. Like no, that's actually not true. There are like 3 really good strats, and and you have 5 CP at the start of the game. So you have to somehow find ways to spend like 11 CP throughout no, that's way more. It's like 17 CP throughout the course of a game that you have to spend on these 3 stratagems and interrupt. Which is like
it is
actually not that easy.
The comparison to Harlequins is like pretty apt because they do kind of have like a favor of the Laughing God because they just like CP reroll every single phase. So it's like you have luck dice, or luck of the Laughing God because you're you're just burning CP like every chance you get. Oh, maybe I can keep a fiend alive. That's fine. I'll try to keep my last demon alive. Okay. Well, awesome game, you two. That was
cheers. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that one was a fun one to watch.
I had a blast.
I think the matchup's really interesting. The melee profiles from the demons are very good against unlike most things against the Dark Angels. They're very good against the Dark Angels, but obviously
good at killing Dark Angels.
The volume of fire for the Dark Angels is good on the swing back. And I mean, Lion Unbreakable, I think I used like so many times is like super awesome in this matchup too. So I think there's like a lot of back and forth that's really interesting.
Yeah. That was a good match.
It was. It was great.
Good luck, and I hope you win the tournament. Make me look better.
I'll try my best.
Yeah. So, a couple more hours, you're going to get to see who your semifinals opponent is going to be. That'll be it's like 11 hours from now. It's going to be early hours of the morning, but I'm excited for that game as well. As your Yanni versus Grey Knights, but yeah. Fair enough. That's what VODs are for,
Yeah, that is what VODs are for. That's fair.
But thank you, too, for a great game. I really appreciate it. And Arne, congratulations on taking it down.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
All right. Thanks.
You too.
See you.
All right, chats. Yeah, a little bit of a rushed ending there, thanks to the time. I think that is the downside of... there's a lot you can read into it. The high complexity plays on round 2 are obviously strong, but there is an opportunity cost there to other plays that you can make later in the game. And I think it is just how it is. We'll take under advisement doing an extension for the elimination rounds. A lot of it depends on how the games end up being scheduled, because if we have to schedule games next to each other, then we'll have to abbreviate them a little bit. But this has been, I think, the only game that's been close to time so far in the Invitational. Generally speaking, I mean, we stream dozens of games every season, and generally speaking, very, very few of them actually go to time. So it is certainly not particularly common at the 90-minute mark. I think if you extend it too far, then it suddenly doesn't become much of a pressure, and I think that there is a value to having sort of game actions be made more quickly. Anyway, Thanks everybody for hanging out. I am gonna go ahead and pop off. We do have that next game that's gonna be at 2 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. If you're over in Europe, that'll be a little bit earlier for you. Or 2:30 a.m. Excuse me, U.S. Eastern Time. So it'll be early morning for the folks over in Europe. That's gonna be Prax versus Max GW, and I think that's gonna be a good one. It's Patrick's second game against Azuriani. We'll see if he can continue the Grey Knight dominance in that matchup for a second time. I know Max is a little bit trepidatious about it, but Max is a good player. He may be able to find some ways and means to get out of there. Anyway, chat, thanks for hanging out, and I will see you later this evening.